Raider basketball on Radio X 103.5 is brought to you by Binder Motors, CDL Electric, the City of Frontenac, Canar Eye Care, Labette Bank, Paynes Incorporated, Pet Care and Surgery Center, Wilbert Encounter, Wells Fargo Shane Peak, University Bank, SEK Urgent Care, Commerce Bank, Rossland Construction, Jocksnip Sporting Goods, Watco Companies, Landlord Basketball Camp, Labette Bank, Larry Barrett Body Frame and Towing, Lindbergh Pharmacy, Pittsburgh State University, Cy Smile Center, Ryan Insurance, and the Spigarelli Law Firm.
Now let's go live courtside for tonight's pregame show on ESPN 100.7.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to coverage of high school basketball here on Radio X 103.5 and live streaming video at ESPN1007.com. I'm Mike Snow. Alongside me, Heath Atkins, as we are set for the CNC League doubleheader tonight as the Frontenac Raiders travel to Columbus, and a little rivalry developed mainly in football over the last several years between these schools, and should carry over tonight to a pretty good doubleheader in CNC League play. The Frontenac girls coming off of their best game of the season, a great win Friday night where they outscored Colgan by 16 points in that fourth quarter to beat them 67-56. And they are now 5-12, 1-3 in the league, set to take on another team that's red hot. The Columbus Titans 9-6 overall, 2-1 in league, and they broke into the top 10 of 4A Division II girls state rankings last week. So they're hot, coming off of their last loss was a week ago tonight on this floor against the Colgan Panthers, and the Frontenac Raiders able to knock them off on Friday as well. So should be a good one. Then we'll have the boys contest about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this. And Columbus, a boys team that is really struggling, picked up their first win at home earlier this year, and that was their first win in 6 seasons. The boys 0-3 in league, 4-12 overall, and the Frontenac boys 1-3 in the league, 7-11. So we've got a double dip here of CNC League basketball. Let's take a look at your starting lineups. Starting for the Columbus Titans, the point guard, Riley Harity, Nahill, Fontanez, another guard in the backcourt, Morgan Cassidy, the forward, Macy Gray, another forward, and Carson Youngblood, who last week on my show, Heath, Willie Watts said probably one of the best post players on the girls' side in the CNC, so that should be a difficult matchup tonight for the Frontenac Raiders.
Yeah, they've had a struggle against really talented post players this season, and it's going to be quite an adjustment game watching how they play from quarter to quarter on how they attack her and how they defend her.
Now, a little that's deceiving because you consider they went up against Megan and Katie Scott from Carl Junction, one of the top teams in Class 4, and Megan Scott is committed to Pittsburgh State next year to play for Lane Lord. So obviously won't be this daunting of a task, but still be difficult nonetheless for Frontenac trying to put together a couple of league wins and back-to-back nights. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Raiders. Maddie Davis, Karma Fields, Bria Ginnivan, Taylor Peterson, and Lauren Harper. And I feel like Taylor Peterson and Karma Fields coming off their best game of the season in that win over the Colgan Panthers on Friday night. The officials are ready. We're just coming off of a girls' JV game. Now it's a different officiating crew, but a girls' JV game that they told me at the scores table when I went to get starters, 42 fouls called. So let's hope that that doesn't carry over to the varsity contest.
Yeah, that many whistles makes for a long basketball game. Goodness gracious.
So it's Youngblood set to jump it up against Lauren Harper. Frontenac will move from right to left. You can stream us ESPN1007.com. Ball is in the air. Opening tip is controlled by the Columbus Titans. Cassidy with it. Kicks it in the lane. Now bounces it out for Macy Gray. And they'll set up against the Frontenac zone. Cassidy, the point guard, right side for Gray. Down on the baseline for Fontanez. Back to Cassidy. Between the circles now for Harity, her first touch. Right side for Cassidy. Columbus very, very patient. They'll try to play this slow down game against the zone. They get Cassidy, the lefty, open for a three. Rims out on the right wing. Rebound tipped around, and Taylor Peterson will corral it and push it up the floor all the way in the lane. Kicks it out for Karma Fields. Open three ball, got it. And after a 16-point second half Friday night, Karma Fields picks up right where she left off. First three of the game. Frontenac leads 3-zip, 7:10 remaining first quarter. Cassidy up top for Harity. Left wing for Macy Gray, drives baseline, now kicks it back up top for Harity. Swings it right side for Cassidy. Into the foul line, open three ball on the way for Gray, and she knocks it down. So both teams shooting it well here early on. Minute in, we're tied at 3. Peterson will bring it up the right side of the floor, skip it near side for Fields. Over to Harper, right side for Ginnivan. Bria drives baseline, cut off by Youngblood. Leaves it on the post for Lauren Harper, and her shot off the glass is up and good. Frontenac 2 of 2 from the floor. Lead here, it says 4, but it's got to be 5-3, right, Heath?
It certainly should be 5-3 unless they really didn't count that 3 from Karma Fields as an 18-footer.
They beat the press over the top. Fontenay's shot in the lane, swatted out of there by Harper. Up the floor to Davis, over to Peterson. She'll shoot a transition 3 off the glass, and it's good. So 3 Raiders have scored. They're 3 of 3 from the floor. And it is 7-0, so Fields' shot was just a 2. 7-3, excuse me. 6 minutes remaining first quarter. This pressure really slowing down the offense here early on of Columbus. They lob it into Youngblood. Nice catch in traffic. Shot miss. Gets it back. The follow no good. But a whistle and a foul on Bria Ginnivan. And that will put Carson Youngblood at the line. She will shoot 2. And Taylor Peterson, the angle we have here on the baseline, for those of you that are watching online, you can see it. Taylor missed that shot so bad, Heath, it went in. So they're going to say, see, now they're discussing it at the scores table, trying to figure out, and the officials are meeting. Do they need to go to the monitor, Heath? Will they come upstairs? Now they say it was a 3.
They're going to call New York.
So 8-3, Frontenac. 5:53 remaining is Carson Youngblood after being fouled by Bria Ginnivan, her first, team first. We'll head to the line to shoot 2. First one up, no good.
Probably my least favorite aspect of officiating an NFL game is when they really don't know what's going on, they call somebody who wasn't there.
Yeah, any game for that matter. And over the back foul on the second missed free throw by Youngblood as Peterson goes over the back of Fontenaz. First on Taylor, second team foul on the Raiders. And Frontenac will zone it up against the inbound. They get it in to Harity. Up top for Macy Gray, over to Cassidy. Right wing 3 ball on the way, and she rattles it in. Her first, third, make it the 4th 3 ball in this game between the two teams. 8-6 Frontenac. They get it in on the block to Davis. Kicks it out for Ginnivan. It's stolen away by Gray. Saves it over to Youngblood. Youngblood a couple of dribbles, kicks it up the floor for Cassidy. Cassidy between the circles, right side for Gray. Gray set shot for 3, hit it, but she traveled before the basket, so they'll wave it off. And Frontenac will have it with 5:23 to play first quarter. 8-6, the Raiders with the lead. Peterson will bring it up against the 2-3 zone of Columbus. Skips it left wing for Fields. Fields pass deflected into the backcourt. Peterson tracks it down. Frontenac will reset their offense. Left wing now for Davis. Addy, couple of dribbles. Dumps it down to the baseline for Ginnivan. Up top for Harper. Harper from 17, rims out. And a good block out and rebound by Youngblood. And Columbus will have it trailing 8-6. 4:50 to play first quarter. Fontenaz baseline 3 comes up short. And a good board there by Maddie Davis. She'll push it up right to left for the Raiders. Over to Peterson. Peterson in the lane, pull up 10-footer, and it's good. 5 for Taylor Peterson. 4:30 to play first quarter. Up the floor to Fontenaz. Down in the corner for Gray, pull up 10-footer on the baseline, blocked by Ginnivan, and then out of bounds off of Bria, and it'll stay here with Columbus.
So far, Frontenac shooting well above their average from mid to long range.
Well, they ended the game Friday night, and momentum, it can definitely get going, especially in basketball. When you start seeing shots going through, you get some confidence, and their best quarter was the fourth quarter Tuesday, and they're off to a great start here, leading 10-6, 4:10 to play first quarter. Cassidy and Harity playing catch to get it into Youngblood. Draws a double team over to Cassidy. Right elbow jumper missed. And the rebound pulled down by Davis. Up the floor on the outlet to Peterson. Taylor through the defense. Shot up, no good, but she's fouled. They'll say it was on the floor before the shot. And that foul on Harity. Get it into Ginnivan. Kicks it out for Davis, but she traveled before. 3:54 to play, first quarter, 10-6. Frontenac with the lead. Fontanez over the top of the press, drives it into the basket, lost it. Got it back, lost it again. Harper on the floor, saves it right back to Fontanez, and she scores, and she's fouled. That's just the way Coach Watt drew up the press breaker. Turn it over twice and get a layup for an and one.
Well, Frontenac's going to have to do something. The last two possessions they gave wide open perimeter shots, and this one obviously not doing so well on the full court press.
Fontanez missed the free throw. Columbus 0 for 3 from the line. Davis with the rebound. Passes out of a double team to Harper. Lauren will bring it across the timeline. Kicks it down to the baseline for Ginnivan. Up top for Davis. To Peterson. Into Harper. She'll work on Youngblood. Turnaround jumper. In and out. No good. Rebound tipped around, and Gray clears it for the Titans. Has her pocket picked by Peterson. And then she's on the inline out of bounds right in front of us here. And it'll go back to Columbus, and they'll inbound it against the 2-2-1 full court press of the Titans. Harity playing catch with Cassidy. Now to Gray. Back to Harity, deflected by Fields. Karma to the basket, missed a wide open layup. Rebound pulled down by Harity. Over to Gray, to Cassidy. She'll dribble it across the timeline into the lane. Dumps it out for Fontanez. 10-foot jumper, comes up short. Long rebound, tipped around by Cassidy. Over to Gray. Long three miss. Youngbloods follow is up and good, and she's fouled. So Carson Youngblood scores her first bucket. And an opportunity here to complete the comeback. And this will be a 4-0 run by Columbus. And if Youngblood can connect on this free throw, the Titans will have their first lead. It's up and no good. They're 0 for 4 from the foul line. Davis clears the board for Frontenac. Ginnivan whistled for the foul. That's her second. Peterson right side, lobbing it into Davis. Davis flips it back out to Ginnivan. Over to Peterson, left wing for Fields. Up top for Harper. Right side for Ginnivan. Maria drives baseline, hands it off for Davis. Over to Fields. Karma for three, missed. And Youngblood clears the board for Columbus. We're tied at 10, 2:20 to play, first quarter. Gray up the right side of the floor against the pressure. Gets it up top of the key for Cassidy. Left wing for Harity. Harity skips it right side for Gray. Set shot from three, no good. Ginnivan clears the board. Up the floor to Davis. Davis over to Fields. Back to Maddie Davis. Swings it right side for Ginnivan. Down in the corner for Peterson. Taylor for three, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Fontanez. She'll kick it up the floor to Cassidy. 1:50 remaining first quarter. We're tied at 10. Right side for Gray. Gray to the basket. Shot over Harper's up and good. 6 straight for the Titans. They take their first lead at 12-10. Gray with 5 points. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 1:36 to play first quarter. 12-10, but the Titans have scored 6 straight to lead here by 2. We are back to Columbus in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. This is Raider basketball.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
Courtside with more Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Mike Snow, Heath Atkins back here in Columbus. 96 seconds to play, first quarter, 12-10 Columbus. First lead of the ball game for the Titans. They are on a 6-0 run. Frontenac, after a hot shooting night, will have the ball on offense. Baker, who just checked in, will try the long three. It missed. Rebound thrown back into the backcourt. And Frontenac will turn it over right out of the timeout. So Cassidy will walk it up. 1:18 to play, first quarter. 12-10. Over to Gray on the left wing. To Cassidy. Gray for a long set shot three. It's a weird release, but he's pretty effective. She's got a game high 8, and it's 15-10 Columbus. 1 minute to play.
I was shaking my head as soon as she released it, but quickly changed my mind when I saw the trajectory.
Shot missed at the other end by Harper. Rebound pulled down by Youngblood. Up the floor to Cassidy. Cassidy in the lane, a little out of control. And she loses the ball, and a tie-up called. Alternating possession will go to Frontenac with 46.3 remaining. A 9-0 run for the Titans. There's 10-4 Frontenac. And they've rattled off 9 straight to take a 5-point lead. Peterson right side, 35 seconds to play. And on the block for Harper, up top for Fields. Crossover for Karma, pull-up jumper, right elbow, no good. Over to Peterson, shot over Youngblood, no good, but a whistle and a foul. That will put Taylor at the line shooting 2 as foul number 1 whistled on Carson Youngblood.
If Frontenac's able to make some stops, when they get on their side for that full court press, they do a pretty good job. You and I saw them at Lacine, and they were just insufferable on that end. But the problem is when they get broken and it ends up in a 2-on-1 situation on the other end of the court, it's pretty tough for them to combat that.
Yeah, they started out and hit their first 3 shots because they were much better looks than some of the shots they've taken here during the scoring drought as Peterson splits the pair. 6 for Taylor, 15-11 Columbus. They'll have the basketball, 22 seconds to play. Get it inside to Holman. Down in the corner, open 3 ball for Harity, rims out. Good rebound by Peterson. She'll bring it up the floor right to left, 12 seconds to play. Dumps it inside to Davis. Davis tips it out for Fields. Karma in the lane, 10-footer, no good. Another board for Peterson. Her follow missed. Fields with it, another layup missed. And the rebound pulled down by Holman, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We played 1 here in the girls' game in Columbus. Our score, the Titans 15, the Raiders 11. We are back in 1 minute. This is Frontenac Raider basketball on Radio X 103.5.
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
Mike Snow, Heath Atkins back here. Start of the second quarter, 15-11 Columbus. They lead by 4. We'll have the basketball against the 2-3 zone of the Frontenac Raiders. Cassidy on the left wing. Holds it, looking inside for Youngblood. Swings it right side for Gray, who's got a game-high 8 points. Down in the corner for Holman. High post for Youngblood. Nice pass underneath to Holman. And her shot is no good, but she traveled before the shot. I think she caught it. Heath looked up and couldn't believe how open she was and shuffled her feet a little bit.
Well, yeah, Columbus was setting themselves up for that, or they were selling the open 3 the whole time and then just kind of fooled Frontenac by throwing it down low.
Frontenac with the basketball, down 4. Peterson, right side for Harper. Down in the baseline right for Karma Fields. To Baker, back to Fields, fakes a 3, swings it left wing for Peterson. Peterson drives in, kicks it out for Davis. Davis puts it on the floor. Dumps it baseline now for Peterson. Columbus really packing in that zone. Over to Fields. Nice pump fake shot over Youngblood in the lane. Miss. Rebound tipped out, and Peterson tracks it down. Frontenac will reset down 15-11. 6:55 to play. First half. Inside for Fields. Nice pump fake. Dribbles around Youngblood. Missed another layup. And Youngblood will clear the board for the Columbus Titans. 15-11. Titans by 4. They'll have the basketballs. Frontenac picks them up. A little three-quarter press after the missed basket. They get it into Gray. Over to Youngblood. Shot is no good, but a whistle and a foul. And that will put Carson Youngblood back at the line. She'll shoot 2 as the Titans are 0 for 4 at the foul line.
Yeah, Frontenac on that possession kind of just standing straight up and down and weren't really able to move side to side to play some defense against the penetration.
And the first free throw is up and no good.
And then when that kind of situation happens and somebody does penetrate, then you're left with a last resort physical contact foul.
Second free throw, no good. How about an 0 for 5 start from the line for the Titans? And the rebound out of bounds and will stay right here with Columbus. And inbound it to Cassidy. Skips it over left wing for Harity. Down to Gray. Turnaround jumper over Harper, and it's good. Macy Gray in double figures already with 10 points. Columbus matches their largest lead of the night, 17-11. Baker, baseline left, gets in the high post for Peterson. Calls a double team, takes it up, count the bucket. And Peterson will go for the and one. Taylor's got 8. Cuts it to a 4-point Columbus lead with 6 minutes to play.
Peterson's kind of got that ability where she can make those spectacular circus shots right there, the running hook.
Free throw up, no good. Harper with a rebound. Lauren takes it up, and how about a 4-point trip for the Raiders? They trail by 2 now, 17-15, 5:50 to play, first half. Cassidy up the floor to Harity. Free throw line for Youngblood. Right side for Gray. Gray lobs it inside, and it's stolen away by Harper. Up the floor to Peterson. Taylor will dribble it to the elbow, down to the block. Now spins out, kicks it out for Harper. Open 3 ball, no good. Rebound tipped around, Baker with it. Her follow swatted out of there by Youngblood. Now it's loose. As Cassidy tracks it down near half court. Columbus by a bucket, 5:23 to play, first half. Left wing for Harity. Over to Cassidy. And the shot is up and good by Carson Youngblood. She's got 4, and the lead is back to 4. Peterson over to Fields, right side for Harper. To Baker, left wing for Peterson. High post for Baker, skips it over, right wing for Fields, open 3, and she hit it. After hitting her first shot, Karma missed 3 in the lane and bounced back with a 3, and Frontenac retakes the lead, 19-18, 4:30 to play. Gray through the press, uncontested, layup is good. Macy Gray with 12. 21-18, Columbus by 3. There's a deflection. Davis with it. Over to Fields, right side for Taylor Peterson. Skip pass left wing for Davis. Davis for a guarded 3, comes up short. And Harity clears the board for Columbus. Wants it up the floor to Cassidy. Columbus with the basketball and a 3-point lead. Down to Holman. Left wing for Gray. Up top for Cassidy. Swings it right side for Harity. Back to Cassidy between the circles. Right side now for Harity. Skips it left wing for Gray. He's got 12 of the 21 for the Titans. They lob it inside to Youngblood. It's deflected away by Peterson. Stolen by Harper. Lauren right to left. Kicks it out for Baker. Skyler open 3. No good. Another board for Taylor. Peterson, nice pass in for Harper. Harper's shot is good, and she's fouled. Lauren Harper with 6. And an and one could tie it here at 21 with 3:26 to play in the first half.
Lauren Harper doing everything she can to keep the Columbus Titans at arm's length. She got that 4-point conversion play off the missed free throw earlier, and then there she goes again with another offensive rebound and points.
Free throw up and good. And we are tied, 7 for Harper. Reagan Hipfel and Bailey Rooms check in for the Raiders. Frontenac will pick them up. And a 2-2-1 full court press. Also Jaden Meyer checking in. Tied at 21, 3:23 remaining in this first half. Fontanez catches it across half court and will hold it and set up the offense for Columbus. Over to Gray. Gray in the baseline shot halfway down and out, and Baker clears the board for Frontenac. Up the floor to Bailey Rooms. Rooms skips it left wing for Hipfel. Up top for Baker. Baker to the basket, 10-footer, no good. Rebound pinballed around and goes right to the hands of Riley Harity. Columbus with the ball, 2:50 to play. First half, we're tied at 21. Almost turned over there by Gray. Saves it over to Cassidy. Cassidy attacks the basket, kicks it out for Gray. Up top for Harity between the circles. 2:30 to play. First half, we're tied at 21. Cassidy from way downtown. The lefty shot comes up short. And a good box out and a rebound by the freshman Hipfel. Up the floor to Meyer. Top of the key for Baker. Right side for Rooms. To Davis. Left wing for Meyer. Jaden will try a three. Comes up short. Rooms saves it in, but she was out of bounds. And it'll go back to Columbus. Here comes the full court press. Fontanez up the floor for Cassidy. So we approach the 2-minute mark. First half tied at 21. Fontanez over to Gray, another three. Kind of hold your breath when she shoots it. It rims out. Fields with the rebound. She will walk it up the right side of the floor. Over to Baker. Left wing for Rooms. Swings it over to Fields. Karma pump fake. Drives in. Kicks it out for Baker. Back to Fields. Hipfel. Meyer. Jaden for three. Got it. Jaden Meyer with a deep three. 24-21 Frontenac, 90 seconds to play. Harity up the floor for Holman. To Fontanez. Fontanez spins, kicks it over to Cassidy. Up top for Gray. Open three, comes up short and out of bounds. Back to Frontenac with 1:21 to play in this first half.
Frontenac's having no reservations from shooting the three-point ball tonight, and maybe it's worked out relatively well for them for segments of the game. They're going to need some dribble drive if they really want to keep Columbus at arm's length.
Hipfel between the circles for Baker. To Rooms, left wing for Fields. Right side for Meyer. She'll try it again. Comes up short, rebound loose, and tracked down by Gray. Gray over the top to Fontanez. 52 seconds to play, first quarter. Raiders by 3, 24-21. Over to Gray. What was your hand signal there, Heath? I didn't see it.
Second quarter.
Yeah, I meant to say first half or second quarter. Cassidy will try a three. No good. And a good board by Jaden Meyer. 30 seconds to play. Frontenac up three. Over to Rooms. Bailey will try a three. Comes up short. And the rebound pulled down by Harity. 20 seconds to play. 24-21. Frontenac with the lead. 15 seconds before halftime. Left wing for Harity. Over to Cassidy. To Gray. Right side for Cassidy. 1 second to Gray. Shot at the buzzer. No good. And that brings us to halftime. Our score, Frontenac 24, Columbus 21. So both teams head into the locker room at halftime. We'll step aside for a 3-minute timeout. Come back and take a look at your first half numbers. Get you set for the second half. This is Frontenac Raider basketball on Radio X 103.5.
Community National Bank and Trust believes in our local schools and those who have committed themselves to our children. They would like to reward you with a premium banking product that offers Community National Bank and Trust excellent service coupled with a bounty of free banking products. Teacher's Choice has a checking account with no monthly service charge, unlimited check writing, no fee for cashier's checks, money orders and traveler's checks, and much more. Call or stop by today and visit one of their customer service representatives and find out how easy it is to open a Teacher's Choice account. Member FDIC.
If you are injured in an accident or on the job, it is vitally important that you hire the right attorney. Before choosing an attorney, you should make sure they have the resources to fight large corporations or insurance companies. Your attorney should have extensive trial court experience and a track record of success. The Spigarelli Law Firm with offices in Pittsburgh and Coffeyville has the experience, resources, and reputation to provide the quality representation your claim deserves. Fred Spigarelli has received the top rating from his peers with the Martindale-Hubbell Independent Rating System. His firm has the resources to hire the experts and physicians needed to properly present your claim. The Spigarelli Law Firm has successfully tried cases for over 40 years and taken numerous cases all the way to the Supreme Court. Call the Spigarelli Law Firm today at 877-409-7931 or visit their website at spigarelli-law.com. You can also find them fast in names and numbers. Be sure to get reliable information when you choose an attorney to represent you.
Having a confident smile can change everything, and Invisalign makes that decision easy because you can have a stunning smile without most people even knowing you're going through treatment. Saya Smile Center is proud to be a premier provider of Invisalign. Your Invisalign treatment will consist of a series of aligners that you switch out every 2 weeks. Each aligner will gradually shift your teeth perfectly into place, giving you the smile you always dreamed of. Call Saya Smile Center today for your no-cost consultation. Saya Smile Center, 4095 Parkview Drive in Frontenac, 620-231-7242.
At Wells Fargo Advisors, we found clients appreciate a planning process that adjusts to the twists and turns of their life. If you're rethinking your life goals, the Envision process can help you try on your ideas before committing to them. Maybe you're thinking about retiring early or starting your own business. Your Envision plan can tell you how adding a goal could affect your ability to reach your objectives. For more information, call Shane Peak today at 620-232-3120. That's 620-232-3120. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC.
Back to action with Frontenac Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Welcome back to Frontenac Raider basketball. Heath Atkins here in Mike Snow's absence. I was recently doing color and the camera work, but right now Mike Snow getting a pregame interview with Coach Vars, and I'm just here. I'm going to give you a quick little recap. Frontenac started off very strong. At one point they had a 10-4 lead, and now at the end of one half they are just a little bit closer than that. Now it's 24-21 in favor of the Frontenac Raiders over the Columbus Titans thus far. Columbus did get off to a pretty considerable lead for a small moment. They were breaking the full court press presented by the Frontenac Raiders for a short while. Frontenac battled back with several shots from distance beyond the 18-foot mark, and that brought them to where they're at now, 24-21, as we're reaching the second half of the ballgame. Today in other action, you have Colgan at Mack County. You can catch that on 107.9 FM or 1340 AM. Also streamed live at ESPN1007.com, as well as on YouTube under the Colgan Panthers Sports Network. For the Pittsburgh High Purple Dragons, they venture on to Fort Scott in a big-time girls matchup contest. Several players, some of which I believe there's a young lady on Fort Scott's roster that has already committed to University of Central Missouri to play basketball. She's averaging about 18 points per game. I'll get you the name on that eventually, I'm sure. But that'll be an exciting matchup, no doubt. And then later on this week, Frontenac will travel to Riverton. I'll have that call again on 103.5, The Evolution, as well as on 100.7 or 107.com. And that you can catch all of our games that we cover, all Frontenac, Colgan, and Pittsburgh High, as well as some Lamar Tigers basketball games on ESPN1007.com or on the Lamar Tigers YouTube stream. Once again, Frontenac girls up 24-21 over the Columbus Lady Titans in a tight matchup, mostly battled from beyond the arc. A three-point matchup that I'm sure we'll see continue. Hopefully Frontenac is going to be able to play some perimeter defense on their side of the ball, and as for on offense, they're going to need to get some kind of dribble drive if they want to keep a substantial lead at any point throughout this contest. There's 4:55 left on the halftime clock before we get ready to start the second half. So we're going to go send it back to the station for a 2.5-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll be rejoined by Mike Snow. Actually, let's make that a 2-minute timeout. We'll be rejoined by Mike Snow. Keep it right here for Frontenac Raider basketball on the MyTown Media Radio Network.
From scoring the winning touchdown to walking in graduation, life is full of wonderful moments. But the best times can come with financial challenges, like paying for college or a room renovation. This is Brian Sutton, Market President of Commerce Bank in Pittsburgh. At Commerce, we make the harder stuff easy. Whatever your challenge is, we want to listen and help find solutions so you can focus on the good stuff, like cheering on your favorite team. Check us out at commercebank.com or follow us on Facebook and Twitter for tips on making the most of life. Commerce Bank, challenge accepted.
If you are injured in an accident or on the job, it is vitally important that you hire the right attorney. Before choosing an attorney, you should make sure they have the resources to fight large corporations or insurance companies. Your attorney should have extensive trial court experience and a track record of success. The Spigarelli Law Firm, with offices in Pittsburgh and Coffeyville, has the experience, resources, and reputation to provide the quality representation your claim deserves. Fred Spigarelli has received the top rating from his peers with the Martindale-Hubbell Independent Rating System. His firm has the resources to hire the experts and physicians needed to properly present your claim. The Spigarelli Law Firm has successfully tried cases for over 40 years and taken numerous cases all the way to the Supreme Court. Call the Spigarelli Law Firm today at 877-409-7931 or visit their website at spigarelli-law.com. You can also find them fast in names and numbers. Be sure to get reliable information when you choose an attorney to represent you.
Save where you shop with Labette Bank's Bazing checking account. Use the Bazing app to find over 300,000 national and local discounts. Bazing also offers industry-leading identity theft protection, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, paying up to $200 for damaged phones, pharmacy, vision, and hearing savings. With Bazing checking, you get deals you want and protection you deserve. Stop by and ask us about Bazing at Labette Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Find us fast in names and numbers.
And now, back courtside with more Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Mike Snow, Heath Atkins back here at halftime, just a couple of minutes away from the start of the second half. 24-21 Frontenac. Let's take a look at the first half scoring numbers. Leading all scorers in the game, Macy Gray with 12 first half points for the Titans. They got 4 points from Youngblood, the post player inside. Cassidy added a 3, and Fontanez with 2 points for the Frontenac Raiders. They are led in scoring. How about another good night for Taylor Peterson? She's got a team high 8 points here in the first half. 7 points from Lauren Harper, 6 points from Karma Fields, and a 3 from Jaden Meyer off the bench. And, you know, other than maybe a better shot selection, Heath, against that 2-3 zone, Columbus, if you look, when the ball's outside the 3, they'll have one defender in the face of the ball handler and everybody else with 2 feet in the lane. So they're going to pack it in and force you to take those shots. I felt like a couple of times in that first half, Frontenac got a little impatient, didn't know what to do with it, so they just shot it.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. They kind of forced you to take long shots, either that or just kind of entice one of those defenders to come out and hedge a little bit on the perimeter, and they really haven't committed to any of that. And so yeah, I mean, if that's what Columbus's game plan was, it's been working out fairly well. However, Frontenac has been shooting relatively well from beyond the arc, and we'll see if that keeps pace here in the second half.
Yeah, the Raiders hit their first 3 and then went scoreless for quite some time and allowed Columbus to take a 15-10 lead. And then Frontenac, retook the lead at 21-20 and lead here at halftime, 24-21. Both teams have returned out of the locker room at half, and we are just moments away from the start of the second half. I want to remind everybody, stay tuned. About 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one, we'll have the boys contest between these two. as the Frontenac boys trying to pick up their second CNC League win of the season, coming off of a very tough loss, 48-45 to Colgan on senior night. Kind of a strange schedule this year, Heath. That you and I talked about it on the way down here. 7 games before Christmas, and they've played tonight and then Friday at Riverton, and then they're off for 2 weeks. Now the girls will play next Thursday at Carthage, a makeup game from the IC beginning of tournament week back in January. But if you look at this, a road game at Prairie View January 4th and 7 consecutive. Then they go to Girard and then 2 back at home. And they go on the road to finish the season. So it's been a pretty fractured schedule here for the Frontenac Raiders. Columbus with the basketball, down 3 to start the third quarter. Getting inside to Fontanez. It's knocked out of her hands. Peterson with it. Peterson through traffic. Nice pass in transition. Fields can't get the layup to go. Davis with the rebound. Kicks it out for Fields. Karma from 10, left wing, no good. Davis with another offensive rebound. Drives it in, dumps it across the lane for Peterson. Peterson's shot missed, but a whistle and a foul. And that will send Peterson back to the line. Taylor will shoot 2 for the Raiders to open up this second half.
You know, I think Davis is getting a pretty good understanding of how Columbus plays their post defense. You saw a couple of those ladies just standing straight up and down with their hands up in the air trying to contest a shot, and she just kind of sidestepped and gave herself a pretty good opportunity from the rim.
Second one for Peterson is up and good. She hit them both. Taylor's in double figures now. Frontenac on top by 5, 26-21. Cassidy receives a long pass over the top of the press over to Gray, and she traveled. And we'll go back to the Raiders. Here's an opportunity. A team that, 6 wins on the season, picked up their first league win last week. Up 5, a good opportunity here to get a good look at it and try to add to this 5-point advantage. They were up 5 or 6 points a couple of times in that first half and unable to capitalize on offense. Right side for Harper. A minute into the second half, Frontenac by 5 over to Ginnivan. Ginnivan drives baseline through the defense, kicks it out for Fields. Karma catch and shoot. Long 2, and it is up and good. Good ball movement there for Frontenac. 8 for Fields. The lead is 7, and traveling in the backcourt against the full court pressure. And Columbus will turn it over again back to the Raiders.
Yeah, Bree Ginnivan does a really good job of kind of distracting the defense. They know that she's a good threat inside, and so when she gets the penetration, everyone kind of collapses down into the box, and that leaves an open shot for someone like Karma.
Davis will bring it up against the zone, gets it in the high post over to Peterson. Peterson through the defense, a layup miss. Think what the score would be if they could hit their layups. Well, Frontenac shooting a better percentage behind the arc than in the lane. Cassidy up the floor, lost it on the dribble out of bounds, but it'll stay here with the Titans. 6:31 to play, 28-21. Frontenac has scored the first 4 out of the locker room. Youngblood will play it in. Right side of the basket, or left side of the basket, I guess, for the Columbus Titans. Gets it in, gets it right back. Nice pump fake, takes it up strong, layup good. And that's really been the difference in the game. That's just the 6 point for Youngblood. They haven't been able to establish her yet. 28-23, Frontenac by 5 with the ball. Davis in the corner, over to Bria Ginnivan. Left wing for Peterson. Taylor thought about a 3 for a moment, skips it right side for Davis. Davis yet to take a shot, I believe. She's got it in the backcourt, over to Fields. Karma drives baseline, pull-up shot, missed. And Fontanez clears the board for Columbus. Up the floor to Cassidy, 5:50 to play, third quarter. 28-23, Frontenac by 5. Over to Gray. Gray in the lane, shot blocked by Bria Ginnivan, right into the hands of Peterson. Taylor pushes it up left to right, kicks it out for Ginnivan. Open transition 3, no good. Rebound controlled by Harity. She'll hand it off to Cassidy, back to Harity. Up the floor to Fontanez, looking inside for Youngblood. You think that was a point of emphasis? Look when their guards catch the ball, the first place they look, Heath. Cassidy will drive it in the lane, gets it to Youngblood on the baseline. 12-footer comes up short. Good rebound and box out by Maddie Davis. And she will push it up from left to right. Over to Ginnivan down baseline left. Frontenac by 5 with the ball. Harper, long 2 on the way, and she knocks it down. Probably not the shot you want her taking it until she knocks it down. 9 for Harper. the lead back to 7, 4:55 to play, third quarter. 30-23. Columbus up the floor to Fontanez. A shot blocked by Harper. Harper with it. She'll bring it up the floor. Through the defense, shot over Youngblood. No good, and they're going to wave it off with the charging foul.
Well, you say that about the shot that Harper took, but as well as they've been shooting from the low block or better, or even better than that, maybe that is the shot they wanted to take.
4:40 to play, third quarter. Columbus with the basketball will attack the 2-2-1 full court press of the Raiders. Over the top to Fontanez. Jump stop in the lane, over to Cassidy, drives baseline, dumps it over to Youngblood. Youngblood shot up and good off the glass. She's got 8, and that was definitely an adjustment at halftime by Willie Watt. They are making it a point to try to get it inside and chip away at this Raider lead. It's down to 5, 4:15 to play in the third quarter. Over to Harper, baseline right for Davis. In on the block for Harper, lost it and traveled with it back to Columbus on the turnover. And these are those possessions I feel like all season have killed Frontenac. You get up 4-5 with an opportunity to increase it, and you cough it up, a little unforced turnover again. Cassidy up the floor, across the timeline, through the defense, bounce pass into Youngblood, nice catch. And she's fouled on the push by Bria Ginnivan, and that's 3 on Bria.
Yeah, there haven't been many games this season where they've been able to quote-unquote put the nail in the coffin. You know, they keep it relatively close because of such possessions.
Youngblood will play it in. Right side of the basket, gets it in. Get it back to her at the foul line. Turns and faces, dumps it down to Harity. Open jumper on the baseline. It's up and good. A long 2. The first basket of the game for Riley Harity. 30-27. 3:45 to play in this third quarter. Frontenac with the lead by 3 with the basketball. Harper to Fields. To Davis. This would be a good opportunity, Heath, to pass it around a little bit, run some clock off, and get a good shot.
And maybe tire down Columbus as well.
Over to Peterson. Open jumper, right elbow, and it's up and good. Taylor Peterson having one heck of a game. She's got 12 to lead the way for the Raiders. There's a deflection in the backcourt. Almost a steal by Peterson, then a tie-up between Cassidy and Fields, and the alternating possession will go to the Frontenac Raiders. And here we are, Heath, 3:11 to play, third quarter. Raiders with the basketball and a 5-point lead. We've talked about this situation several times, and as we get further along in this game, when you're a team trying to pick up your second league win of the year and get some momentum heading into sub-state, this is a huge possession for you here to knock off a team that was ranked last week. And just as I say that, they throw it right into the hands of Macy Gray. Another turnover. There's a deflection and a near steal by Peterson. Over to Gray. She traveled with it. Frontenac's pressure giving the Titans some trouble. And Frontenac will have another opportunity to add to a 5-point lead with 2:51 to play, third quarter, 32-27. Frontenac with the ball, right side for Davis. Maddie holds it. High post for Harper. Over to Baker. Skyler will try a guarded 2, and it's up and good. Toe was on the line. Baker's first basket of the game, 34-27. Columbus trails by 7. They get it into Fontanez. The basket good, and she's fouled by Maddie Davis, and Davis knew it as soon as they blew the whistle. Cuts it to a 5-point lead for the Raiders. And Fontanez, with 4 points now, will head to the line for an old-fashioned 3-point play.
Well, just in the last 2 possessions, we've seen both points of emphasis on my hot take about Frontenac's full court press. You know, when they keep it in there on their side of the court, they do really, really well and force their opponents into turnovers. When it gets over to the other side, they sacrifice big time.
5 points for Fontanez as she sinks the free throw. 34-30, Frontenac by 4. Davis, long 3, high arcing shot, no good. Youngblood with a rebound, and she's fouled by Baker. So foul trouble starting to pile up a little bit here on the Raiders in the second half. That's their 14th foul, still 2:08 to play in the third quarter. Caitlin Sellers will check in and replace Lauren Harper. And Frontenac will extend that 2-2-1 full court press. Cassidy will bring it across the timeline, dump it down low to Fontanez. Fontanez over to Gray. Gray shot in the lane, scrapes over the front of the rim and in. 14 for Macy Gray. Columbus is back to within 2, 1:50 to play, third quarter. 34-32 Raiders. Left wing for Fields. Up top for Maddie Davis. Right side for Peterson. Peterson drives baseline under the basket, skips it over to Baker. Skyler lost it, got it back. Over to Davis. Into Sellers. Turnaround jumper over Fontanez. Missed. Imagine that, Frontenac missing a shot under the basket and then a tie-up on the rebound, but they're going to call a foul on Skylar Baker. That's 2 on Skylar, 15 foul on the Raiders. And Columbus will inbound it with a 2 to tie or a 3 to take the lead. Cassidy up the floor and baseline for Fontanez. Open jumper, nothing but net. Fontanez with 5 straight. We're tied at 34. 1:17 to play, third quarter. So a 7-0 run, 5 of those by Fontanez, and there's a deflection and a steal by Youngblood. Columbus can retake the lead here as we roll under 1 minute remaining, third quarter. Cassidy to Harity. Back to Cassidy. Harity will try a guarded 3. It missed. Davis with a good block out and a rebound. She'll bring it up. Left to right through the defense. Shot over Youngblood. No good, but she's fouled. And that'll put Maddie Davis at the line. Shooting 2. Davis hasn't scored. Only has attempted 1 shot. Let's see if these free throws can get her going offensively.
And that was a 3-pointer that she attempted, correct?
Yep.
And Frontenac with their low block shots, what I'm starting to find is that they're not really seeing the goal before they put it up. It's kind of they're hoping that their field or that their court perception from behind them is on par, and it hasn't been this so far these 3 quarters of play.
Not only have they missed shots inside, they missed a shot, got the rebound, missed it, got the rebound, missed it again. So 50.6 to play. Second one on the way for Maddie, missed it. And Gray clears the rebound, and after trailing for this entire quarter here, 45 seconds to play, Heath, the basket by Columbus will give them the lead heading into the fourth quarter. Fontanez drives baseline under the basket, kicks it out for Harity. Inside to Holman, triple team, kicks it back to Harity on the right baseline. Over to Gray, between the circles for Cassidy. Back to Gray, to Cassidy, right near the Titan logo at half court. Down to Fontanez, baseline left, skips it over to Gray. Over to Cassidy, to Harity now. 17 seconds. She drives it in, kicks it out for Fontanez. Fontanez drives baseline, shot over Sellers, missed, and Fields with the rebound. 10 seconds to play. Carmen will bring it up left to right. Kicks it out for Baker. Skyler for 3. Swish! Skyler Baker with 5 points. And the Frontenac Raiders with a 3-point lead as we head to the fourth quarter. 37-34 Frontenac. We are back in 1 minute. This is Raider basketball on Radio X 103.5.
What do you want from your bank?
Access to my account information on my phone.
Security, convenience, and friendly staff.
When I call, I want to speak with a real person.
I want it all. Low fees, low loan rates, and high deposit rates.
What if there was a place like this in your community? There is. Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union, with locations in Pittsburgh, Fort Scott, Independence, and Coffeyville, serving area residents since 1949.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
More exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Mike Snow, Heath Atkins back, start of the fourth quarter. Raiders by 3. Columbus will have the basketball to start this fourth quarter. It's Meyer, Banker, Harper, Fields, and Peterson. Cassidy to the basket, shot blocked by Harper, and it'll stay right here with the Columbus Titans. A 3 with seconds remaining in that third quarter from Skylar Baker. is the difference in the game right now. 37-34 Frontenac. They get it into Holman. Her shot under the basket missed. Maybe there's a lid on it from underneath, Heath. And a rebound pulled down by the Raiders. And Karma Fields will bring it up. Over to Baker. Up top for Fields. To Harper. Left wing now for Peterson. Swings it up top for Baker. Baker kicks it left wing for Fields. Karma puts it on the floor, dribbles to the foul line, kicks it over for Meyer. To Harper. Harper in the lane, shot up, out of control, and a charging foul whistled on Lauren Harper. As soon as she left her feet, Heath, I knew a charge was coming. She's got 3, the 6th team foul on the Raiders, and 7:20 remaining in this game. Frontenac leads 37-34. Gray through the press, kicks it out for Fontanez on the baseline. High post for Holman, turns around, takes the shot from the foul line, rebound tipped around, and Baker clears the board for Frontenac. Baker up the floor, left to right, 7 minutes to play in the ballgame. 37-34, Frontenac with a 3-point lead in the ball. Columbus still packing that zone in. If I was Columbus or Frontenac, I'd back it out a little bit and run some time off the clock. Over to Peterson. Peterson in the lane, wrap around pass to Harper. Nice play, and Harper lays it in. Lauren with 11. 39-34. Frontenac by 5, 6:30 to play. Cassidy dribbles through the press, into the lane, dumps it out for Fontanez. Fontanez dribbles underneath the basket on the baseline. Back to Fontanez. Up top for Gray. Right wing for Harity. Back to Gray. Free throw line for Fontanez. Turnaround jumper rims out. And Baker with another rebound for Frontenac. Up the floor to Peterson. Taylor through the defense. Shot missed, but she's fouled. And that will put Taylor at the line. Shooting 2. She's made 3 on 5 attempts. Taylor Peterson's got 12 points in the game and will head to the line to try to add to this 5-point lead for the Raiders.
I think after that last second shot by Baker, she's gotten a little bit of confidence. She's really been making some plays this quarter, making some crucial defensive rebounds with a lot of traffic around her, and she's kind of getting her body in there and doing her best to fill her role.
Both Peterson, Davis, Fields, and Baker have done a good job. The guards getting rebounds on both ends of the floor here tonight. Free throw from Peterson. She knocked them both down. Frontenac by 7. 6 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. We get it to Youngblood. Youngblood underneath the Fontanez. Nice catch in traffic. Can't hit the shot. Youngblood with a rebound, and it follows up and good. Get ready for a steady dose of Carson Youngblood. She's in double figures now with 10. The lead back to 5. 5:40 to play. Peterson in the lane. Scoop shot over Youngblood is up and good. What a move by Taylor Peterson. Up the floor for Fontanez. Between the circles for Cassidy. Left wing for Fontanez. Inside to Youngblood. Turns and faces, puts it on the floor, kicks it out for Cassidy. Cassidy to the basket. Nice move, shot blocked. Harper with a rebound. Up the floor to Peterson. Peterson ahead to Ginnivan. Ginnivan in the lane. Turnaround jumper, no good. Youngblood with a rebound. And she'll push it out against the full court press. Frontenac wanted to carry. They fall asleep defensively, and Fontanez lays it in. That's a bucket you can't give up. 9 for Fontanez. It's back to 5. Slow down. Peterson for 3, missed. And Youngblood pulls down the rebound. And Gray bails the Raiders out with a travel. You're up 5, 4:39 to play. Columbus packing in a 2-3 zone. Put Peterson and Fields at about the volleyball line and let them play catch and see if Columbus will come out of this zone. You're up 5, not down 5. No need for a quick shot. Right side for Harper. Into Davis. Over to Peterson. Peterson lost it on the way up. Turnover as Columbus will clear it. Fontanez trapped. Kicks it ahead to Cassidy. Cassidy back to Fontanez across the timeline. Over to Gray. Gray in the lane. Jumper, no good. Youngblood with a rebound, and she's fouled.
Well, even if they were down 5, they're playing like they're down 5 with 40 seconds left on the clock. They're up 5, with 4 minutes left on the clock.
And a 2-possession game that's low scoring like this. Free throw from Youngblood is up and good. She's got 11. 1 of 5 from the free throw line, but this would be a good opportunity, Heat, to run some clock. Second one, no good. Rebound right to Fontanez. 43-39, Columbus trails by 4, but has the basketball. Get it into Lindsay Davis, who just checked into the ball game. Over to Cassidy, thought about a 3, gets it to Youngblood on the right wing. Youngblood will load up a 3 ball, comes up short, rebound by Gray. Her follow is up and good. 3 points on this possession, and it's down to a 2-point Frontenac lead, 3:40 to play. Still have plenty of time, slow down. Peterson in the lane, shot missed. Ginnivan with the rebound, her follow no good. Meyer with it. Jaden pulls down the rebound and wisely kicks it back out. Now Davis will take it to the hole, comes up short. Ginnivan with a rebound, over to Peterson. Peterson kicks it in, or drives it in, kicks it out for Davis. To Ginnivan, left wing for Reagan Hipfel. Back to Davis, lobs it in to Ginnivan, working on Youngblood, skips it across the baseline, up top for Meyer. Open jumper, top of the key, and it's up and good. A long 2 for Jaden Meyer, she's got 5. Frontenac leads by 4 as we tick under 3 minutes remaining fourth quarter, 45-41. There's a deflection near still. Gray with it and double dribbled.
That last possession by Frontenac was probably the most patient offense and the best passing and the best ball movement that I've seen all game long.
Every time they caught it, they wanted to shoot it. It just wasn't there.
I should say that the last third of that possession.
Yeah. Frontenac up 4, 2:45 to play, fourth quarter. Looking for their second straight win. Left wing for Davis. Over to Peterson. Let's play this little dribble drive game here. To Hipfel. To Maddie Davis. Now for Karma Fields. Got a lot of ball handlers on the floor. To Ginnivan. Back to Fields. And they turn it over. Gray had it, lost it. And then a whistle and a foul. No, they're going to give Columbus a timeout before the foul. 45-41. Frontenac by 4. Timeout on the floor. It's a 30. We're back in 30. You're listening to Frontenac Raider basketball.
Having a confident smile can change everything, and Invisalign makes that decision easy because you can have a stunning smile without most people even knowing you're going through treatment. Saya Smile Center is proud to be a premier provider of Invisalign. Your Invisalign treatment will consist of a series of aligners that you switch out every 2 weeks. Each aligner will gradually shift your teeth perfectly into place, giving you the smile you always dreamed of. Call Saya Smile Center today for your no-cost consultation. Saya Smile Center, 4095 Parkview Drive in Frontenac, 620-231-7242.
Back to action with Frontenac Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5 The Evolution.
2:25 to play, fourth quarter, 45-41. Frontenac leads Columbus. The Titans will inbound it. Sideline just across half court by the scores table. Alternating possession favors Frontenac. Columbus is in the bonus. Next Frontenac foul will result in a 1-and-1. Titans have just committed 3 team fouls. They get it into Youngblood. Across the lane to Gray, over to Cassidy. Good defense here from Frontenac. Now to Gray, back to Cassidy near half court. Right side for Harity, into Fontanez all alone, and she lays it in, but it comes out. Halfway down and out. Rebound out of bounds off of Frontenac. It'll stay here with Columbus. I bet both teams are shooting about 12% combined right under the basket. They get it into Cassidy, long 2 on the way, comes up short, and Karma Fields with a rebound. No need for that pass, but she completes it and layup good, so the Raiders will take it. Layup by Peterson. Peterson with 20 points to lead all scorers, 47-41. Youngblood Kicks it out for Harity. Almost fumbled it out of bounds. Back to Youngblood. Draws a double team to Gray. Baseline for Frontenac. Over to Harity. She'll try a three. No good. And Ginnivan had the rebound, lost it, was able to save it over to Davis. 47-41, Frontenac by 6. 1:22 remaining in the ball game. Over to Ginnivan. Columbus still needs to foul several times. Keep playing, keep away. Over to Hipfel. To Peterson. 1:10 remaining. Peterson to the basket. Shot at the rim, no good. Got the rebound. Now it's loose on the deck. She dives for it, tied up with Youngblood. Great hustle by Peterson. And the alternating possession will stay right here with the Frontenac Raiders with 1:02 to play.
Well, that was a really good redemption hustle play right there because, I mean, that's not a situation where you really need to take a shot, especially with 60 seconds left on the clock and you're up by 6.
Let's hold it right there. Over to Fields. Columbus with just 3 team fouls. They're going to have to foul the Raiders 4 more times. Over to Fields.
They're going to call a backcourt violation.
Over and back. And Martha Harper is asking the official if that ball was tipped. And he's explaining that he didn't see it. He didn't exactly say that, but I'm sure that's kind of the gist of the conversation. Cassidy over to Harity. Top of the key for Cassidy. To Gray. She'll launch a three. Halfway down and out. Ginnivan clears the board. Over to Maddie Davis. 35 seconds. Frontenac up 6. Columbus trying to foul. They don't call it. Over to Ginnivan, and she's fouled by Youngblood. That's number 2 on Youngblood, but just the 4th team foul on the Titans. They're lining up for free throws. It's not going to, I was going to say.
And Gray is the one person on the on Columbus that you don't want to give a free shot to. You're up by 6.
4th foul on Youngblood. 14 foul this second half. Davis inbounds it to Baker. Baker's fouled by Harity. That's just the 5th team foul, but it able to take off nearly 4 seconds off the clock. 47-41. Frontenac girls lead Columbus by 6. Baker to play it in, gets it in for Fields. Fields, a couple of dribbles, running some time off the clock. Over to Peterson. Peterson's fouled. Just the 6th team foul, but what Frontenac's been able to do, Heath, is almost 14 seconds ran off since Columbus has gone into their fouling game. Now you're going to throw it in. You're going to get an opportunity to shoot a 1-on-1, and if you can split the pair and make it a 3-possession lead, it's going to be under 20 seconds and nearly impossible for Columbus to come back. Over to Fields. Spins out of a double team, hands it off for Peterson. And a foul right at the 3-point line on the right wing, but Frontenac eats up 4 seconds, just 16.1 remaining as that foul is whistled on Cassidy, her 2nd, team 7th. And Taylor Peterson, who's made 5 straight free throws after missing her first 2, a game-high 20 points, will head to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Free throw missed. Harper has the rebound for Frontenac, kicks it out for Davis, thrown away by Holman, or stolen away by Cassidy, sorry. Shot missed. Ginnivan pulls down the rebound, and Columbus going to let her dribble it out, and the Frontenac Raider girls pull off a big 6-point victory here over the Columbus Titans. Frontenac wins at 47-41 in a game that I felt like Columbus had more sense of urgency at the end of the 3rd quarter than they did at the end of the 4th.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's unfortunate. It kind of like roles were reversed there for a little while. Yeah. The team that really needed to have a sense of urgency didn't, and the team that really did not need to have a sense of urgency certainly did. Early shots taken by Frontenac with a considerable lead. I'm not really sure what the mindset was for a lot of that. I'm not sure if it was just lack of situational awareness or maybe jitters against a team that they knew that was pretty skilled, especially with Youngblood on that squad. A number of different factors could have contributed to that, but regardless, Frontenac does pick up a victory here in Columbus, which is, inside the CNC. An away game is never free. So hats off to the Frontenac Raiders, and we're getting ready to set up for the boys contest.
Frontenac improves to 2-3 in the league, 6-12 overall. Columbus drops to 2-2. 9 and 7 overall. We'll step aside for 1 minute, come back, take a look at the final scoring numbers, and get you set for the boys contest. Frontenac girls win at 47-41 over Columbus. We're back in 1 minute. This is Raider basketball.
Larry Barrett Body Frame and Towing can tow all cars, trucks, and some semi-tractors and trailers in town or cross country. Larry Barrett has emergency wrecker service for all accidents, 24-hour towing. Been in an accident? Then call the pros. They have quality auto body repairing and painting from certified technicians for all major and minor repair jobs, and they can deal directly with the insurance companies, taking the stress out of your life. Go to barrettbodyframe.com or stop in and see them at 1601 East 27th Street Terrace or call 232-9400. That's Larry Barrett Body Frame and Towing. Customer service first. See them fast in names and numbers.
And now, back courtside with more Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
The Skylar Baker three at the buzzer at the end of the third quarter put the Frontenac Raiders up 37-34. They led the entire fourth quarter and win by 6, 47-41. Titans are led by Macy Gray, who had 12 of her 16 in the first half. Carson Youngblood in double figures with 11, but she didn't get there until late. So the Raiders did a good job defensively on her. Fontanez added 9, 3 from Cassidy, 2 from Harity. Frontenac led in scoring by Taylor Peterson with 20. They got 8 from Fields, 11 from Harper, 5 each from Skylar Baker and Jaden Meyer and Maddie Davis, one of the team's leading scorers. Only 2 shot attempts, missed a couple of free throws, but did a good job on defense and rebounding the ball, also sharing the ball well on offense for the Raiders tonight. So they pick up a win 47-41 over the Columbus Titans. We'll step aside for 3 minutes. We'll come back live here courtside here from Frontenac boys head coach Ryan Barcelona. This is Raider basketball on the road down in Columbus here on Radio X.
The human eye blinks about 17,000 times a day, but here's a real eye-opener. Dry eyes can cause irritation, red eyes, and blurred vision. Don't assume your blurry vision means you need new glasses or contacts. The doctors at Canar Eye Care are experienced in diagnosing and treating dry eyes with the newest treatments available. So schedule your eye exam in Pittsburgh or Girard with Canar Eye Care, the clear choice.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
Community National Bank and Trust believes in our local schools and those who have committed themselves to our children. They would like to reward you with a premium banking product that offers Community National Bank and Trust excellent service coupled with a bounty of free banking products. Teacher's Choice has a checking account with no monthly service charge, unlimited check writing, no fee for cashier's checks, money orders and traveler's checks, and much more. Call or stop by today and visit one of their customer service representatives and find out how easy it is to open a Teacher's Choice account. Member FDIC.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
Paynes Incorporated in Frontenac is the driveline specialist. Paynes handles all driveline repairs for cars, trucks, four-wheel drive vehicles, and farm equipment. Paynes can also handle any general machine work and offers 24-hour wrecker service. Call Paynes anytime, 231-3170. Paynes Incorporated is located at the intersection of West McKay and Highway 69 Frontenac Junction. Paynes Incorporated in Frontenac is the driveline specialist.
Proud supporter of Frontenac Athletics.
I had no idea you did that.
That's what I said when I learned CDL does more than just electrical work. Like plumbing, heat and air, security cameras and alarms, generators, solar panels, even signs for my business. CDL really is one company that has a solution for about everything in my home and business. Learn more at cdlsolution.com.
From scoring the winning touchdown to walking in graduation, life is full of wonderful moments, but the best times can come with financial challenges, like paying for college or a room renovation. This is Brian Sutton, Market President of Commerce Bank in Pittsburgh. At Commerce, we make the harder stuff easy. Whatever your challenge is, we want to listen and help find solutions so you can focus on the good stuff, like cheering on your favorite team. Check us out at commercebank.com or follow us on Facebook and Twitter for tips on making the most of life. Commerce Bank, challenge accepted.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Mike Snow back here between games, joined by Frontenac Raider boys head coach Ryan Barcelona. And boy, that senior night rivalry game, it was tough, but I really liked the way your team played in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, I thought we showed a lot of effort. A lot of good possessions at the end of the game, and you give credit to Colgan. They hit some big shots as well, and hit a big shot to tie it. And we took a chance on a steal. If we get it, we probably go up two the other way. We don't. It turns into a three-point play, and they weren't in the bonus yet, so I knew that they were going to foul us, and so we weren't going to get a great look. So it was just really catch and shoot. That way, at least give us a chance. And fell short, but I was really proud of the way the kids played.
You talk about sub-state championship atmosphere all the time, and that was probably the best one of the year.
Oh, there's no question about it. I mean, both teams had great crowds, and the best part about it was the execution down the stretch. I mean, really for both teams at that time of year, getting quality shots, getting the shots you want, and then making those shots. And it was definitely what you're going to see here in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I thought on your home floor, in order to make it, you're going to have to beat Iola probably in a similar half-court game. If you get Iola, you've got a Girard team that likes to slow it down for Colgan. So even in a loss in a rivalry game like we talked about, I feel like moving forward you can get a lot out of it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you saw how your team plays under stress, and that's what you want to see at this time of year.
So we're on tonight, another CNC League game at struggling Columbus, and you and I were talking during the break. Sometimes these are hard because everybody in the gym knows that Columbus isn't having a great year, and that could lead to a lot of undisciplined possessions on offense because you can get the good shots and make them anytime you need them. Have you addressed worry about us and not be concerned about the year Columbus has had?
Absolutely. I mean, what worries me about Columbus is, they played well against Girard and Colgan, and they were in those games late. And, if we think we're just going to show up and win a ball game, that's not going to happen. Columbus isn't going to let us do that. They got a great coach. Coach Smiley does a great job with them, and we're going to get their best shot tonight. And so we got to come out prepared, ready to play.
With the game tonight, game Friday, and then 2 weeks off to sub-state, how important is momentum this week, or does it matter?
I think it just goes back to focus and just try to get better today, be better today where we were yesterday, better tomorrow than we are today, and cross that bridge when we get there.
It's not the best of situations when you play 7 games in December and then have 2 weeks off in February.
Right, it is what it is. We had a school cancel on us late last year in May, and we're trying to find a game late, and the game gets canceled is the one for next week, and so it is what it is. We just got to make the best of it, and it's something new for us, and we'll try to come up with ideas and keep it fresh.
Now, you're a Bulls fan. Don't they go on the road 2 weeks for the circus or something, or rodeo or something in the United Center?
Right. It was the old circus trip that they would go on, So, that's what it was like. Yeah.
Well, good luck tonight, and go get them, and we'll chat with you on Friday.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Well, that was the in-between game interview between Mike Snow and Coach Ryan Barcelona. We are here inside the Columbus Gymnasium with 6 minutes left to go before the tip-off of the boys' contest. We will take a 3-minute timeout when we're done here, and when we return, we'll be rejoined by Mike Snow getting ready for the tip-off. Like he said, a big-time matchup here tonight. It's always a big-time matchup in a CNC game, especially when you're on the road. When a good team's on the road against a struggling team, it's still not free because of the environment and the kind of tenacity that these teams have towards one another, especially with the boys being as the football rivalry is as heavy as it is. A lot of these players are familiar with each other through football, and how football can get pretty heated and pretty emotional. And with young men, that's kind of the case regardless. So 5 minutes and 15 seconds before we get ready to tip off. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout, and when we return, we'll set you up and give you the starting lineup as well as keys to the game for this boys matchup with the Frontenac Raiders against the Columbus Titans. You are listening to Frontenac Raider basketball on ESPN 1007.com as well as 103.5 The Evolution Radio X. We'll be right back with more Frontenac Raider basketball right after this 3-minute timeout.
Hi, this is Dr. Brent Cousins with SEK Urgent Care. When you're sick, when you're injured, or when you just don't feel like yourself, SEK Urgent Care is here for you. Let our skilled providers treat your non-life-threatening illness or injury at a fraction of the time and cost of an ER visit. Located at the corner of Centennial and Broadway in the Meadowbrook Commons. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. SEK Urgent Care, where your family and time matter. Find us fast on names and numbers.
Now accepting new clients. At the Pet Care and Surgery Center, Dr. James Clark believes all of our pets deserve kind, humane, and loving treatment. From a simple checkup or rabies vaccination to performing major surgery. Plus, Dr. Clark has boarding, grooming, nutrition, and wellness checkups. Dr. James Clark can provide that loving member of your family with the treatment they deserve. Call 620-308-6454 to set up an appointment or simply visit petcarecenter.org. Pet Care and Surgery, making a difference.
Don't miss the live radio auction Saturday, February 24th, starting at 8 a.m. here on ESPN 100.7. Also broadcast on My Country 101.7 and KWXD 103.5. We will have farm and ag products, soybeans, equipment, and more, plus food plots for those deer hunters, recliners, mattresses, meat bundles, generators, and the list keeps growing. If your business would like to get involved with the radio auction, you can call 620-232-5993 for more info. To get your business on the area's largest radio auction, covering Southwest Missouri and Southeast Kansas. February 24th at 8 a.m. Don't miss it. Does your current checking account pay you up to $15 per month? With Common Sense Checking at University Bank, you can earn up to $15 per statement cycle, 10 cents for each swipe after the first 15 swipes. Qualifying is so easy. Simply have one direct deposit or auto payment plus 15 debit card purchases each statement cycle and a $100 opening deposit. Stop by the bank for more information about our Common Sense Checking. Then swipe and save. It's convenience that pays at University Bank. Branch GMB. Member FDIC.
At Wells Fargo Advisors, we found clients appreciate a planning process that adjusts to the twists and turns of their life. If you're rethinking your life goals, the Envision process can help you try on your ideas before committing to them. Maybe you're thinking about retiring early or starting your own business. Your Envision plan can tell you how adding a goal could affect your ability to reach your objectives. For more information, call Shane Peak today at 620-232-3120. That's 620-232-3120. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC.
Back to action with Frontenac Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5 The Evolution.
Well, I was really under the assumption that Mike Snow would be back by now, but he is not. We have a minute 50 left to go here on the halftime clock, or on the intermission clock, I should say, not halftime. He's actually down there talking to some Columbus higher-ups. He's from this area, so I'm sure he's got some catching up with a handful of different folks down there. But a big-time matchup here tonight for the Frontenac Raiders. Raiders are red hot, at least for this half of the winter break. Prior to their winter break, they just couldn't string anything together, and then as soon as the winter break hit and they had gotten some practice under their belts, and maybe gotten a chance to settle down, they really have exploded into what looks like a really lucrative and a really explosive team. They went into that Kansas Army National Guard and performed exceptionally well against a lot of high-caliber teams. Teams that maybe some people didn't give them a shot at. And as we are joined here once again by Mike Snow, getting ready for the tip-off, I'll go ahead and send it right back to him.
Thanks, Heath. We'll have the national anthem. Let's take a 2-minute timeout, come back with the starting lineups and the opening tip. This is Raider basketball.
If you are injured in an accident or on the job, it is vitally important that you hire the right attorney. Before choosing an attorney, you should make sure they have the resources to fight large corporations or insurance companies. Your attorney should have extensive trial court experience and a track record of success. The Spigarelli Law Firm, with offices in Pittsburgh and Coffeyville, has the experience, resources, and reputation to provide the quality representation your claim deserves. Fred Spigarelli has received the top rating from his peers with a the Martindale-Hubbell Independent Rating System. His firm has the resources to hire the experts and physicians needed to properly present your claim. The Spigarelli Law Firm has successfully tried cases for over 40 years and taken numerous cases all the way to the Supreme Court. Call the Spigarelli Law Firm today at 877-409-7931 or visit their website at spigarelli-law.com. You can also find them fast in names and numbers. Be sure to get reliable information when you choose an attorney to represent you.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
After 3 decades in business, Bittner Motors of Pittsburgh remains a local favorite. If you're in the market for a quality pre-owned vehicle, Bittner Motors has a large selection of late model, low mileage vehicles to choose from. Whether it be a car, truck, or SUV, Bittner Motors will warranty all their vehicles 100% for parts and service. And if you can't find what you're looking for on the lot, they will find it for you. Bittner Motors, 1018 North Broadway, Pittsburgh.
And now, back courtside with more Raiders basketball on Radio X, 103.5, The Evolution.
Mike Snow back here with Heath Atkins set to start the boys' game here in just a moment. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. Starting for Columbus, Sam Woolover, a guard. Colton Lawrence, a forward. Austin Lagle, another guard. Jared Gotham, and Patrick Cassidy. It's very difficult in the Heath because they are not in numerical order here on the boys' side, so you're going to have to bear with this as we get ready to start this boys' game for Frontenac. It's Watts, Wilbert, Brown, Ginnivan, and Pyle for the Frontenac Raiders.
Now what's bizarre is over here on the left-hand side, we see the girls' varsity roster, and we see it go 0, 1, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, etc. And over here on the boys' side, we see seniors on top, then juniors, sophomores, etc. It's peculiar, to say the least.
What number is Lagle? He's number 5. So it's Lagle against Hayden Pyle for the jump. Frontenac boys will move from right to left. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching here online. The opening tip controlled by the Frontenac Raiders. They'll bring it up against the Columbus Titan, man-to-man from right to left. Watts, free throw line for Ginnivan, turnaround jumper, falls off, rebound tipped out of bounds off of the Frontenac Raiders, and we'll go back to the Columbus Titans. They're going to pick them up, a little full court pressure. They get it to Woolover. Long three for Cassidy, and he knocks it down. Cassidy from downtown.
Columbus is going to come out in a man-to-man zone, or a man-to-man defense. Go ahead.
As they turn it over, trying to figure out, it's like where's Waldo here on this roster. Cassidy will bring it up against the man-to-man. Swings it left wing for Woolover. Woolover looking inside, he'll put it on the floor, dribble down to the baseline. Hand it off for Lawrence, over to Cassidy. He has unlimited range. Right side for Lawrence again, inside the shot by Lawrence, no good. And the rebound pulled down by the Raiders. Over to Watts. Right side for Wilbur. 3-0 Columbus, 6:40 to play first quarter. Wilbur gets a ball screen from Ginnivan. Pull up jumper from 2 is up and good. to the point guard, Graham. Over to Cassidy. Cassidy in the lane. Shot missed. Good rebound inside by Lawrence. Turnaround jumper missed, and Ginnivan clears the board. Here come the Raiders from right to left, trailing 3-2, 2 minutes in here in the first quarter. Ginnivan trying to get it inside, stolen away by Cassidy. Cassidy, step back jumper on the baseline, missed. Lagle with a rebound, shot over Ginnivan, no good, but he's fouled. And that'll put Austin Lagle at the line. He will shoot 2 for the Columbus Titans. So now we finally got it figured out, Heath. As Lagle's at the line, shooting 2. First one up, no good.
Lagle's listed as a 6'5" senior.
Cooper Cleland will check in for the Frontenac Raiders. Second one for Lagle. No good. Rebound by Hayden Pyle. 3-2 Columbus. Frontenac with the basketball. Brown will bring it up. 5:50 to play, first quarter. Left wing for Watts. Gets a ball screen for Pyle. Over to Ginnivan. Right side for Brown. Payton dribbles it up top of the key. Pull-up jumper just inside the three-point line. Rebound tipped around, and Cassidy clears it for Columbus. Up the floor to Woolover. Woolover in the lane. Reverse layup. Nice move, but he missed the shot. Pyle pulls down the rebound. He'll bring it across the timeline. Up the floor to Watts. Daniel shot over Cassidy is up and good. 4-3. Frontenac with the lead. Woolover out of control up the far sideline. Brings it into the front court. Leaves it for Lagle. Free throw line for Lawrence. Jumper missed. Rebound tipped into half court right to Peyton Brown. Brown, Euro step, the whistle, and he's fouled by Cassidy. And that will send Peyton to the line. He will shoot 2. First foul on Patrick Cassidy, 4-3 Frontenac. As Jake Beckman and Jake Wilbert wait at the scores table to check in for Frontenac. Free throw for Brown is up and good. First point for Peyton. 5-3, Frontenac with the lead. They've scored 5 straight. Sailor Stanley will check in for the Columbus Titans. And who was the other? Number 21, Dakota Sears will check in for the Titans as Peyton hits them both. Jake Wilbert will check in and replace him. 6-3 Columbus, or 6-3 Frontenac, Columbus basketball. As the Raiders have scored 6 straight. After Cassidy hit the long 3, he gives it up to Sears. Against the 1-2-1-1 full court press. Long pass over the top to Lawrence. Lobs it inside. A couple of Titans there. Lagle knocked it out of the hands. Stolen away by Wilbert. Up the floor to Cleland. Cooper to the basket. Nice move, and he lays it in. 8-3. An 8-0 run for Frontenac. There's a steal by Ginnivan. Brock up the floor, down to the baseline on the left side. Hands it off for Cooper Cleland, and Frontenac's going to set it up. In the high post for Wilbert. Wilbert to the basket. Scoop shot, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Stanley. Stanley up the floor to Sears. Down in the corner for Lawrence. Shot missed, but an over the back foul is going to go on Jake Wilbert as he was over the back of Sailor Stanley.
Yeah, you're starting to see pretty early on Frontenac a little more well-versed in the transition game than Columbus already.
4:21 remaining first quarter. Inbounds play to Sears. He'll catch and shoot a 3. Missed. Rebound tipped out of bounds off of Frontenac. It'll stay right here with Columbus. .4:16 to play first quarter. 8-3. Frontenac with the lead. They've scored 8 unanswered. Columbus inbounds it to Cassidy. Cassidy lobs it inside to Lagle. Lagle up top to Sears. Pump fakes the 3, drives in. Cut off by Ginnivan. Over to Lagle. He'll drive it into Ginnivan. Another good defensive stop there by Brock. Over to Cassidy. Down on the right baseline. Over to Sears. Thought about an NBA 3 to Stanley. Gets a ball screen. Hands it off for Cassidy. Cassidy down in the corner, trying to get open for a shot. Kicks it up top for Sears. He'll try a three. No good. Wilbert with a rebound. Tips it to Ginnivan. And Brock will push it up the floor. Frontenac by 5. 3:40 to play, first quarter. Cleveland with it on the left wing. Inside, he'll drive at a lot of contact and gets stepped on, and a technical foul on Sears as he stepped on Cooper Cleveland. I'm not sure about this. Frontenac will take the 2 shots on the ball.
A lot of heckling going on.
Well, Sears battled for the rebound. Cooper fell down. Sears was kind of backing up and stepped on him. From my vantage point, I didn't think it looked intentional.
I think actually as soon as he felt some contact around his feet and knew what was going on, he actually took some pressure off of it and tried to keep as much contact as possible out of the way.
So Wilbert will shoot the technical free throws. He knocks the first one down. 3 for Jake. 9-0 run. As Cooper Cleveland will come out of the ball game. 9-3. Second one, nothing but net for Wilbert. He's got 4. 10-3. And a timeout on the floor. 3:28 remaining in this first quarter. Frontenac on a 10-0 run. They lead 10-3 with 3:28 to play. We are back in 1 minute. 1 minute. This is Frontenac Raider basketball on Radio X 103.5.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
What do you want from your bank?
Access to my account information on my phone.
Security, convenience, and friendly staff.
When I call, I want to speak with a real person.
I want it all. Low fees, low loan rates, and high deposit rates.
What if there was a place like this in your community? There is. Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union, with locations in Pittsburgh, Fort Scott, Independence, and Coffeyville, serving area residents since 1949.
Exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
10-3 Frontenac, 3:20 to play. Raiders with the basketball out of the timeout following the technical foul on Sears. Right side for Ginnivan. Frontenac has scored 10 straight after Cassidy hit a 3 to start the game. Over to Wilbert. Columbus has switched to a 3-2 zone, trying to slow this offense down of Frontenac. Peyton Brown over to Beckman. And Beckman will dribble it out in the backcourt and set up the offense for Frontenac. Left side for Brock Ginnivan. Skips it over to Brown. Peyton will catch and shoot the 3 ball. Miss. Wilbert, nice rebound. The follow no good. But he's able to save it over to Ginnivan. Ginnivan will kick it over. Back to Wilbert. Jake to the basket. Counted and he's fouled. 6 for Jake. 12 straight for the Raiders. They start to create a little space here. Still 2:40 to play in the first quarter.
And Wilbert was calling for that several seconds before it was actually dished out to him, and he had a couple of options. He could have leaked it out to the baseline 3, or he could have double clutched and laid it in like he did.
Missed the free throw. Rebound pulled down by Grayson Walden. He'll outlet it up the floor to Cassidy. Cassidy pressured in the man-to-man by Brown. Gets a ball screen. Cassidy lost it right into the hands of Lagle. Nice pass underneath to Lawrence. A shot missed. I think he was shocked how open he was and short-armed it. Tie up on the rebound. Alternating possession will stay here with Columbus with 2:26 to play, first quarter. Hayden Pyle will check in for the Raiders. And I have no idea who just checked in. Tommy Schallenberger checked in for Columbus. They'll get it into Cassidy. Cassidy lobs it into Lawrence. Lawrence across the lane to Walden. Walden shot over Ginnivan. No good, but he's fouled. And that will put Brock at the line, or excuse me, Walden at the line, shooting 2. As that foul whistled on Brock Ginnivan, his first.
Up until that possession, Frontenac was doing a really good job of switching defensive assignments on screens. a ball screen would happen and they would be really vocal about who was going to switch off. And that time you just quickly saw that there was one man open all the time because a pair of them were stuck on one.
So that's 2 on Brock, excuse me. Walden at the line shooting 2, and he hits them both. Quiets the Frontenac run momentarily. 12-5 Raiders. 2:11 to play, first quarter. Peyton Brown brings it up, right side for Wilbert. Lobs it into Pyle. Nice move by Hayden, and he lays it in. First 2 for Pyle. 14-5 Frontenac. They pick him up, little full court press. Cassidy over to Walden. Walden back to Cassidy. Cassidy across the timeline for Woolover. Left wing for Lawrence. Back to Woolover. He'll drive baseline around Pyle. Nice move, and Sam lays it in. His first 2. 14-7. Frontenac leads. 90 seconds to play, first quarter. Left wing for Watts. Gets a ball screen from Pyle. Over to Baldwin. Into Pyle, diving for the basket. Nice move, and his turnaround jumper's good. That's 4 straight for Hayden. Frontenac by 9 once again. 1:15 to play. Walden splits the double team. Dribbles across the timeline. Over left wing. Down to Woolover. Back to Walden. Over to Cassidy. Long 3 on the way short. Watts with the rebound. He'll push it up the floor. Over to Wilbert. Jake to the basket. No good, but he's fouled by Cassidy.
Jake Wilbert doing everything in his power to really take advantage of some of these transition opportunities.
And Cassidy just picked up his 3rd foul. He's the team's leading scorer. First free throw for Wilbert is up and good. Jake 3 of 4 from the line. 7 points in the game. Graham checks back in. Lawrence will set out. Second free throw is up and no good. So Sailor Stanley checks in. He'll run the point. Hand it off for Walden. 17-7 Frontenac. 50 seconds to play. Get it into Walden. Nice pass inside. Layup is good by Schallenberger. 17-9. Frontenac by 8. 40 seconds to play. Third quarter. Watts will walk it up across the timeline. Over to Brown. Ball screen from Baldwin. Over to Pyle, and he traveled. .2 remaining. First quarter. 17-9. Frontenac with the lead. They get it into Stanley. He'll lose it on the dribble right to Jake Wilbert. Wilbert to the basket. Layup is good. 9 for Wilbert. 19-9. And a turnover on Columbus. It'll go back to Frontenac with 20 seconds remaining. Frontenac basketball. Took a long stare down from each official to try to figure out who had it. Frontenac turns them over, and a good opportunity to hold it for a final shot here with 20 seconds to play. They inbound it to Brown. Hands it off for Wilbert. 14 seconds. Frontenac by 10. Wilbert dribbles it in the backcourt from the right side to the left. Penetrates in, kicks it out for Brown with 5. Over to Pyle. Pyle lost it, got it back. Turnaround jumper from half court, almost hit it. Rebound by Brown, the touch shot, no good. Wild ending to that first quarter. Frontenac boys lead Columbus by 10, 19-9. We are back in 1 minute. This is Raider basketball on 103.5.
Paynes Incorporated in Frontenac is the driveline specialist. Paynes handles all driveline repairs for cars, trucks, four-wheel drive vehicles, and farm equipment. Paynes can also handle any general machine work and offers 24-hour record service. Call Paynes anytime, 231-3170. Paynes Incorporated is located at the intersection of West McKay and Highway 69 Frontenac Junction. Paynes Incorporated in Frontenac is the driveline specialist.
Proud supporter of Frontenac Athletics.
At Lindbergh Pharmacy, we care about your health.
From a qualified and caring staff to services like our Time My Meds and MedPack programs, Lindbergh Pharmacy provides personalized service you can count on. Refill prescriptions online at lindberghpharmacy.com or on your smartphone with our free Lindbergh Pharmacy mobile app. You can also sign up for our text alert program and we'll text or email you when your prescription is ready. Can't make it to us? We'll deliver your medications right to your door. Lindbergh Pharmacy, now 2 locations to serve you.
Back to action with Frontenac Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Mike Snow, Heath Atkins back here, starting the second quarter. Frontenac will have the basketball, up 10. Baldwin gets it inside for Pyle. Pump fake. Aiden goes up, has it blocked by Lawrence, gets it back, takes it up again, missed it, gets it back a third time, and he's fouled. And Pyle will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. After that third offensive rebound, he had 4 guards standing behind the arc ready for a shot that forced it up, drew a foul. First one whistled on Austin Lagle. 5th team foul on Columbus, and Pyle will switch the first free throw. 5 for Hayden, 20-9. Columbus trails Frontenac here by 11. Second free throw is up and good. Pyle with 6. Peyton Brown will come out of the ball game as Daniel Watts checks in for him with 7:43 to play first half. Cassidy, they're going to roll the dice here with 3 fouls. He's going to bring the ball up the floor. Swings it right side for Graham. Phil Lagle in the high post working on Pyle. Turnaround jumper, no good, but he's fouled. Hayden Pyle. Too much body there. So Lagle will head to the line to shoot 2, trying to cut into this 21-9 Columbus advantage, or Frontenac advantage, excuse me. Frontenac by 12 over the Titans. Free throw up, good off the glass.
The bank is open.
They may have to replace the backboard. That was a low line drive. 21-10 Frontenac, second one on the way. This one crawls over the front of the rim and good. Lagle hit them both. Frontenac by 10 with the basketball. 7:20 to play first half. Watts right side for Cleveland. Swings it over to Pyle. Pyle hands it off for Watts. Watts top of the key. Right side for Baldwin. Over to Wilbert. Jake will rise and fire. Swish it. He's got 3.
They're going to say Toe was on the line on that one.
Well, they gave him a 3.
Did they really?
Yep. Minute into the second quarter, Frontenac with their largest lead at 13. Jake with 12 points. Shot in the other end is up and good. Lagle, who just hit the 2 free throws, he's got 4 points now. We'll head to the line for a 3-point play. That foul will be whistled inside on Blaine Baldwin. His first, team 5th. Lagle's free throw is up and good. Boy, those are low line drives. He barely get over the front of the rim, but he's 3 for 3.
He's much like Gray there in the women's or in the girls' game.
24-14, Frontenac by 10. Over to Pyle. Nice pass inside to Baldwin. Blaine can't handle it. And it's knocked away and stolen. Cassidy will bring it up left to right. Down in the corner for Lawrence. Inside to Lagle. And he traveled before the shot attempt. And it'll go back to Frontenac. The smell of burnt popcorn is filling up the arena here.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought.
Yeah. Cleveland will bring it up against the man-to-man of Columbus. Over to Watts. Watts into Ginnivan. Back to Watts. He'll try a 3. Top of the key. No good. And the rebound pulled down by Woolover. Up the floor to Cassidy. 6:05 remaining first half. 24-14 Frontenac. Raiders trying to get their second win in league play after beating Baxter a week ago tonight. Get it into Lawrence in the high post. Shot over Pyle. Too strong. Pyle with a rebound. He'll push it up the floor. In traffic. Left-hand layup. Missed. And Lawrence clears it. And will outlet it up the floor to Cassidy. Cleveland tried to pick his pocket. Cassidy leaves it for Lawrence. 10-foot jumpers up and good. That's 4 straight by the Titans. First 2 of the game for Lawrence. 24-16, Frontenac by 8. Wilbert hands it off right side for Watts to Pyle to Wilbert. Inside to Pyle, who thought Jake was going to shoot it. Went to rebound it, and Jake passed it. Nobody home, and it's stolen by Columbus. Inside to Lawrence, leaves it for Lagle. Lagle takes it up inside. Back to Lawrence, back to Lagle. 10-foot baseline jumper, missed everything. Wilbert pulls down the board. Jake will push it up right to left. On the baseline, dribbles it out of bounds. Back to Columbus. Peyton Brown returns for Daniel Watts. 4:52 to play. Columbus down 8. A bucket here of any kind will make it a 2-possession Frontenac lead. Led by 14 on a couple occasions. Right side for Cassidy. Pump fakes. Shot blocked by Cleveland. Cooper had it, lost it, right into the hands of Pyle. Pyle to Brown. Brown has it taken away. Stolen by Graham. Graham across the timeline, hands it off for Cassidy. Cassidy in the lane. Teardrop missed, but he's fouled. What a weird exchange there.
Yeah, in a transition attempt, they tried to lob it over the top, and the outlet was not looking for it.
Cassidy will head to the line to shoot 2, as that's the first foul of the game on Cooper Cleveland, team 6th. Cassidy's first free throw is up and good. He's got 4 now, 24-17. Sears will check back in. He got the technical midway through the first quarter. Second one for Cassidy, knocked it down. He's got 5. The lead is 6, 24-18. Peyton Brown will bring it up. Left wing for Cooper Cleveland. Ball screen from Ginnivan. Over to Pyle. Pyle into Ginnivan. Left-hand layup is up and good for Brock. Frontenac by 8. 26-18. 4 minutes remaining first half. Cassidy dribbles it in to the foul line. Dumps it over for Woolover. For Lawrence. Left wing for Cassidy. Skip pass knocked away and stolen by Wilbert. Wilbert in traffic, lost it on the dribble. Nice pass ahead to Cleveland. Cooper's fouled. And Cooper Cleveland will shoot 2. Well, that foul was whistled. That's not 4 on Cassidy, is it? No, it's number 1 on Woolover. Coop's got 2. We'll head to the line to shoot 2. Free throw up and good. As the Frontenac Raiders, unofficially, 8 of 9 from the foul line.
And trying to make this a double-digit lead.
It's been the 3rd time they've led by double digits. Second one missed. Pyle knocked it out of bounds. Off of Pyle back to Columbus.
Frontenac's going to back off and will no longer pursue the full court press.
Cassidy will walk it up. Frontenac leading by 9. 3:30 to play. Top of the key for Woolover. Into Sears. Sears open for 3. He'll take it, miss it. Wilbert with the rebound. He'll push it up from right to left. Lobs it inside to Pyle. Pyle caught it off the backboard and laid it in. Or tried to lay it in, but he's fouled by Schallenberger, and Hayden will go back to the line. He will shoot 2. So Pyle was 6, 2 of 2 at the line.
And now 7 team fouls for Columbus. Everything after here will be free throws.
The first one, no good. First miss of the night for Pyle from the line. Second one is good. Jim Pyle with 7. Over to Cassidy. Cassidy puts it on the floor behind his back. Pressured by Peyton Brown, right side for Walden. Walden to the basket, nice move, but he can't finish. Rebound pulled down by Ginnivan. Frontenac with the ball up 10. Ginnivan, nice pass to Brown. Brown leaves it for Pyle, and Hayden lays it in. Good transition game, 9 for Pyle, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 30-18, Frontenac by 12, 2:40 to play here in this first half. Timeout by Columbus. It is a 30. We'll take it with them. This is Frontenac Raider basketball on Radio X 103.5.
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
At LaidlordBballCamps.com. Coach Lord and Coach David have seen tremendous success over the past several years, and they begin their recruiting at these camps, with over 20 former campers being signed. Visit LaidlordBballCamps.com.
2:40 to play. First half, Frontenac up 30-18. Columbus with the ball out of the timeout. They get it in to Walden. Up top, open three ball for Graham. In and out and back in. Jared Graham with his first points of the game. It's a three ball. Cuts it to a 9-point Frontenac lead. 2:24 remaining first half. 30-21. 2:18 to play. Pyle gets it into Brown. Foul on the floor that's going to go on Grayson Walden. And that will put Peyton Brown at the line, shooting a 1-and-1. Peyton's got 2 points in the game. Both makes in both attempts at the foul line. Couple of dribbles for the senior. Free throw up and good. 3 for Brown. 31-21, 2:16 to play. Frontenac by 10. Second one for Brown, good. Frontenac by 11. 32-21. Right about 2 minutes to play. Walden with it. Up top for Graham. Graham throws it away. Deflected by Blaine Baldwin. Stolen by Ginnivan. Up the floor to Baldwin. Nice move in traffic, and Blaine lays it in. First two of the game for Blaine. 34-21. 1:50 to play in the half. There's a steal by Pyle. Pyle up the floor behind the back. Layup good. Nice move by Pyle. He's got 11. 36-21. Frontenac by 15. They've scored 6 straight out of the timeout. Lawrence down in the corner for Stanley. And an offensive foul away from the ball that's going to go on the Columbus Titans. We are sitting opposite side of the scores table. Couldn't see who they called that on. That's on Schallenberger. His second. Team 9th, and Frontenac will inbound it up 15 with 1:27 to play in the first half. 36-21. Over to Wilbert. Down in the corner for Ginnivan. Skips it left wing for Brown. Baseline left for Wilbert. Open three, no good. Followed his shot, had it, lost it. As Legel will clear the board for Columbus. Up the floor to Graham. We approach the final minute of this first half. They'll get it into Lawrence. Shot over Ginnivan, blocked. Rebound picked up by Graham. 54 seconds. He'll draw it out behind the three-point line, take the shot and hit it. Frontenac's defense kind of fell asleep after the shot blocked by Ginnivan, and the long three from Graham cuts it to a 12-point lead with 42 seconds remaining. First half. Over to Wilbert. Left wing for Brown, back to Wilbert. Frontenac going to hold it for the final shot here of the first half. Guaranteed Heath a 12-point lead in the locker room, and if you can convert, you can stretch it out and not allow Columbus to hit a buzzer shot. Columbus still packing in that zone. Over to Baldwin. Left wing for Brown. Brown skips it, right side for Ginnivan, down to Wilbur on the baseline, leaves it across the lane for Pyle. Turnaround jumper, missed. Rebound pulled down by Lawrence. Over to Walden. Walden lost it to Ginnivan. Shot at the buzzer, no good. And that brings us to the end of halftime. 36-24, Frontenac boys lead Columbus by 12. We're back with the halftime show in 3 minutes. This is Raider basketball.
Customer first, safety always. It's not just a tagline, it's the Watco way. By focusing on safety, each and every day they build a future by protecting their customers, team members, community, and the environment. When Watco moves commodities by rail, river, and road, at home or across North America and Australia, their priority is to ensure that they deliver their loads safely and on time. Watco wishes all area teams a safe and successful season.
The true test of a great insurance agency comes when you suffer a loss. It's easy to take your premiums, but Ray Ryan of Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh knows that handling your claim is the most important service an insured needs.
Claim is our chance to let the customer know that we'll be out there, not just that we sold them a policy, we'll also be there when a claim occurs to make sure it gets handled in an honest, respectable way.
Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh, a trusted choice agency. Find them fast in names and numbers.
I had no idea you did that.
That's what I said when I learned CDL does more than just electrical work. Like plumbing, heat and air, security cameras and alarms, generators, solar panels, even signs for my business. CDL really is one company that has a solution for about everything in my home and business. Learn more at cdlsolution.com.
Finding a lawyer means choosing someone with experience, confidence, and a good track record. Every legal situation is unique, and you need someone who will give you the level of comfort that he or she will treat your legal problem like it is their own. J. Gordon Gregory of the law firm of Wilbert & Towner is ready to provide you with that type of specialized assistance. With over 30 years of experience in Southeast Kansas, Gordy is ready to give you the personalized legal service your problem needs and deserves. Call J. Gordon Gregory of Wilbert & Towner today at 620-231-5620 or contact him online at wilburtontowner.com.
See their ad, names, and numbers.
The City of Frontenac is a proud supporter of Frontenac High School athletics and academics. The City of Frontenac was founded in 1886 and is home to just over 3,100 residents. Frontenac citizens enjoy a small-town atmosphere and all that a close-knit community has to offer. Situated on the crossroads of two major highways, those living in Frontenac can easily travel and enjoy the amenities of larger cities in a shorter travel distance. The community boasts an outstanding school system, low taxes, complete city services, including 24-hour police and fire protection. Good luck, Raiders, from the mayor, city council, and staff.
Save where you shop with Labette Bank's Bazing checking account. Use the Bazing app to find over 300,000 national and local discounts. Bazing also offers industry-leading identity theft protection, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, paying up to $200 for damaged phones, pharmacy, vision, and hearing savings. With Bazing checking, you get deals you want and protection you deserve. Stop by and ask us about Bazing at Labette Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Find us fast in names and numbers.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Mike Snow, Heath Atkins back here. Columbus High School, 36-24. Frontenac boys lead Columbus by 12. Frontenac trying to pull off the first CNC League sweep of the season. As the girls got a big win earlier by 6 points in a back and forth ball game. And the boys leading by 12, been in control, led by 15 on a couple of occasions. And really did a good job. I thought probably the best in the first half all season of sharing the ball, especially in transition, Heath.
Yeah, they're doing really well, and in transition, especially like you said, Jake Wilbert at the front and center of all of that. You know, every chance that, you know, Hayden Pyle or Ginnivan gets a steal off of an inside pass, you know, you see those guys just streaking down the court, and typically it's Peyton or one of those that's already in the lane and ready for an outlet pass, ready for a streak, and we saw, we saw a couple times Peyton Brown. He had that double clutch lay in, and he had a couple of options off of that. When you get yourself into a 3-on-1 situation or a 3-on-2, especially in transition when one side is streaking down the court and the other side is just trying to play catch up, it's pretty easy to get some transition points that way, and that's how they've come up with this 12-point lead.
Let's take a look at the first half numbers. Jake Wilbert, as you mentioned, leads all scorers in the game with 12, 11 from Pyle, 4 from Brown, 3 from Cleveland, 2 from Baldwin, 2 from Watts, 2 from Ginnivan, to round out the scoring for the Frontenac Raiders. For Columbus, they've got 7 guys that have scored. They are led by Jared Graham, who didn't even attempt a shot till about 3 minutes remaining in that first half. He leads Columbus in scoring with 6. They got 5 from Lagle, 5 from Cassidy, who picked up 3 fouls early on in this one, and then a bucket from Woolover, Lawrence, Walden, and Schallenberger to round out the scoring for the Columbus Titans. 36-24, Columbus leads by 12, or Columbus trails Frontenac by 12. We are back with your second half after this 3-minute timeout. This is Raider basketball.
Don't miss the live radio auction Saturday, February 24th, starting at 8 a.m. here on ESPN 100.7. Also broadcast on My Country 101.7 and KWXD 103.5. We will have farm and ag products, soybeans, equipment, and more, plus food plots for those deer hunters, recliners, mattresses, meat bundles, generators, and the list keeps growing. If your business would like to get involved with the radio auction, you can call 620-232-5993 for more info. To get your business on the area's largest radio auction, covering Southwest Missouri and Southeast Kansas, February 24th at 8 a.m. Don't miss it. Does your current checking account pay you up to $15 per month? With Common Sense Checking at University Bank, you can earn up to $15 per statement cycle, 10 cents for each swipe after the first 15 swipes. Qualifying is so easy. Simply have one direct deposit or auto payment plus 15 debit card purchases each statement cycle and a $100 opening deposit. Stop by the bank for more information about our Common Sense Checking. Then swipe and save. It's convenience that pays at University Bank. Branch GMB. Member FDIC.
Larry Barrett Body Frame and Towing can tow all cars, trucks, and some semi-tractors and trailers in town or cross country. Larry Barrett has emergency wrecker service for all accidents, 24-hour towing. Been in an accident? Then call the pros. They have quality auto body repairing and painting from certified technicians for all major and minor repair jobs, and they can deal directly with the insurance companies, taking the stress out of your life. Go to BarrettBodyFrame.com or stop in and see them at 1601 East 27th Street Terrace or call 232-9400. That's Larry Barrett Body Frame and Towing. Customer service first. See them fast in names and numbers.
Customer first, safety always. It's not just a tagline, it's the Watco way. By focusing on safety, each and every day they build a future by protecting their customers, team members, community, and the environment. When Watco moves commodities by rail, river, and road, at home or across North America and Australia, their priority is to ensure that they deliver their loads safely and on time. Watco wishes all area teams a safe and successful season.
Having a confident smile can change everything, and Invisalign makes that decision easy because you can have a stunning smile without most people even knowing you're going through treatment. Saya Smile Center is proud to be a premier provider of Invisalign. Your Invisalign treatment will consist of a series of aligners that you switch out every 2 weeks. Each aligner will gradually shift your teeth perfectly into place, giving you the smile you always dreamed of. Call Saya Smile Center today for your no-cost consultation. Saya Smile Center, 4095 Parkview Drive in Frontenac, 620-231-7242.
Back to action with Frontenac Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Both teams finishing up their halftime shoot-around, just moments away from starting this second half. 36-24, Frontenac leads by 12. The girls win 47-41. And pick up a nice win. Their second in a row in league play after that good win Friday night over Colgan. Continued and will be the favorite coming in to the game on Friday. Heath will have the call for you down at Riverton. That'll be the final regular season game for the boys. The girls will head to Carthage a week from Thursday for a final tune-up before Sub-State will begin the following Thursday in Frontenac. The Raiders both will probably play in the 2-3 game against Iola. Girard and Prairie View will be Girard will be the 1 seed on both sides, Prairie View the 4 seed on both sides. So an opportunity to 2 games. If you can knock off Iola, then Girard on your home floor. You can head back to that state tournament up in Emporia.
Yeah, Girard, like you were saying, their girls team is really on fire. Sydney Crane just hit the 1,000-point mark the other day, and it's a team that's going to be really, really tough to beat in that sub-state.
Crane committed to Lane Lord at Pitt State. Looking forward to watching her play for the Gorillas in years to come, along with Tristan Gegg, one of the best players we've ever had here in our area. Columbus with the basketball. Roll over, inbounds it to Cassidy. He'll attack the Frontenac man-to-man. Raiders by 12 as we start the second half. Graham with it, left wing, up top for Lawrence, right side for Woolover. Woolover to Graham. We had a couple of threes in that first half. He'll drive to the baseline, cut off. Up top for Woolover. Find Lagle on the top of the key. Lagle right side for Cassidy. Faked a 50-foot three. And Peyton Brown grabbed him as he blew by. He was just on the other side of that Columbus logo. That's a Steph Curry shot there. They'll inbound it to him in the backcourt. 36-24, Frontenac by 12. Columbus with the basketball. Roll over. Swings it left wing for Graham. Top of the key for Woolover. He'll drive it to the basket, leave it on the baseline for Lawrence. Jumper missed. And Wilbert's fouled on the rebound by Woolover. And Frontenac will have their first possession of the second half, leading by 12.
Take a gander at some of those ball screens that Columbus sets on offense. Some of them look like they could definitely be whistled for moving screens, but they're very, very sneaky about it and really conceal it well.
Minute into this second half, Frontenac with the ball up 12. Ginnivan, left wing for Watts. And it will dribble it back between the circles against the 3-2 zone. Top of the key for Wilbert. From Pyle. Baseline left for Watts. Free throw line for Ginnivan. Nice pass underneath the Pyle. A little high-low game, and Hayden lays it in. He's got 13. Frontenac by 14. 6:40 to play, third quarter. 38-24. Top of the key for Lagle. Left wing for Woolover. Hands it to Graham. Graham gets a ball screen. Over to Woolover. Left wing for Cassidy. Inside to Lawrence. Turnaround jumper. No, he kicks it outside. Woolover for 3. Got it. Sam Woolover with 5. 38-27. Frontenac with the ball, an 11-point lead. 6:10 to play here in this third quarter. Right side for Wilbert. In the high post for Ginnivan, down to the baseline for Brown. He'll launch a 3 and hit it. Good answer there by Peyton Brown. He's got 7. That's his first field goal. He's 4 for 4 from the line. Columbus back on top. Frontenac back on top of Columbus by 14. 5:45 to play. 41-27. Graham with it, top of the key. Gets a ball screen from Lagle. Over to Woolover. Peyton Brown doing a great job shadowing Cassidy to prevent him from shooting. Over to Woolover. Woolover dribbles around Wilbert, an extra step as the pass was deflected out of bounds off of Frontenac. Didn't it look like he took a LeBron James there?
Yeah, that was an NBA Euro step, but a high school and college traveling violation.
In the Eastern Conference, I think they would have rung him up for a travel there. Cassidy in the backcourt. Frontenac by 14. Over to Graham. Calling for a screen. Skips it near side for Woolover. Woolover inside for Lagle. Shot over Wilbert. Missed. And Wilbert clears the board for Frontenac. Up the floor to Ginnivan. Rock to the foul line. Down to the baseline for Watts. And Daniel fumbled it out of bounds. And Frontenac will turn it over. Back to Columbus with 4:59 to play.
Had that last shot by Columbus converted, that would have been SC top 10. It was like a behind the back
shot
from behind the backboard. Yeah.
4:55. Cassidy will bring it up here in the third quarter. 41-27. Cassidy with it at the volleyball line. Swings it to Woolover. Into Lawrence. Turnaround jumper over pile, and it's good. Lawrence with the basket. He's got 4. 41-29. Frontenac by 12. 4:30 to play, third quarter. They get it into Pyle, to Brown, to Watts, down on the baseline for Ginnivan. Back to Peyton Brown. He'll step into an open 3. Got it. Peyton Brown with his second 3-ball here in the second half. He's in double figures now. Frontenac by 15. 4:13 remaining. Third quarter. Into Lagle. Over to Lawrence. Lawrence over to Woolover. He traveled, no call. Over to Lagle. This shot, low line drive. Too strong off the back iron, and Pyle clears the board up the floor to Wilmert. Transition 3, no good. Lawrence with the rebound. That one's up the floor to Graham. Graham to Cassidy. Cassidy, nice pass inside. Reverse layup is up and good by Lawrence. He's got 6. Frontenac by 14. 3:39 to play third quarter. 10-footer at the baseline for Pyle. Comes up short. Ginnivan pulls down the rebound. Gets it at the foul line for Wilbert. Jumper, no good. Graham tries to save it. It goes out of bounds off of Frontenac. Back to the Columbus Titans. As Tommy Schallenberger will check in. Cooper Cleveland, Blaine Baldwin return for Frontenac. 44-31. 3:25 to play third quarter. Cassidy will walk it up for the Titans. Brings up the right side of the floor. Trying to lob it inside to Schallenberger. It's deflected away by Ginnivan. Right to Cooper Cleveland. Cleveland to the basket. Missed the layup. Rebound tipped around. Pyle with it. Over to Peyton Brown. Over to Ginnivan. Down on the baseline for Cooper Cleveland. He'll try a 3 and hit it. 6 points for Cleveland. It's back to a 16-point Frontenac lead. 2:54 to play. Cassidy. Baseline right for Woolover. And a reach-in foul. I believe this is going to go on Peyton Brown. Can't see with the official with his back to us.
Well,
it is. It's second on Peyton.
Offensively, Frontenac red hot from 18 plus. But not settling either. I mean, they're taking wide open shots. It's not like they're taking ill-advised shots from that deep. They're left wide open, and why not?
They get it in to Sears. Over to Cleveland. 2:30 to play. 47-31. Frontenac with a 16-point lead. Beckman with the basketball, right side for Cleveland. Into Ginnivan, nice cut, nice find, and the layup is good. 4 for Brock. 49-31, 18-point lead. Cassidy will walk it up. Over to Walden. Walden passes it to Schallenberger. Shot missed. Rebound by Ginnivan up the floor to Beckman. Beckman layup at the other end. It's good. Even 20-point lead there on the layup by Jake Beckman for the Frontenac Raiders. They lead 51-31, 2:01 to play third quarter. We are back to Columbus in 1 minute. This is Raider basketball on Radio X.
The City of Frontenac is a proud supporter of Frontenac High School athletics and academics. The City of Frontenac was founded in 1886 and is home to just over 3,100 residents. Frontenac citizens enjoy a small-town atmosphere and all that a close-knit community has to offer. Situated on the crossroads of 2 major highways, those living in Frontenac can easily travel and enjoy the amenities of larger cities in a shorter travel distance. The community boasts an outstanding school system, low taxes, complete city services, including 24-hour police and fire protection. Good luck, Raiders, from the mayor, city council, and staff.
And now, back courtside with more Raiders basketball on Radio X, 103.5, The Evolution.
Frontenac by 20, 2:01 to play, third quarter. Columbus will have the basketball out of the timeout. Ginnivan, Franklin, Beckman, Cleveland, and Baldwin No, you're the one that plugged it in there. So we roll under 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Columbus will walk it up with Cassidy. Over to Sears. Sears leans into the defender, forces up a shot, missed it. Brock Ginnivan with the rebound. He'll bring it up right side of the floor. Step back jumper from 10, no good. Rebound pulled down by Cassidy. He'll push it up the floor. Shot in the lane, a little out of control, missed it. Rebound saved. The right to Blaine Baldwin of the Raiders. He'll bring it up, hand it off for Beckman. 1:22 remaining, third quarter. 51-31. Give a nice pass to Baldwin, and Blaine lays it in. This second half, Frontenac's done a good job to make that extra pass. They lead by 22. So we approach the final minute of this third quarter. And a foul on Lane Franklin. He bumped into Lawrence on the catch. Rollover will check in. We'll play Sears. 1:03 to play, third quarter. 53-31. Columbus by 22. Get it into Lawrence and lost it on the way up and traveled. Ginnivan will inbound it to Beckman. He'll walk it up as we roll under a minute to play, third quarter, 53-31. Over to Baldwin. He'll hold it, puts it on the floor now, up top for Franklin. Back to Baldwin on the right side. Blaine will dribble it from the right wing, back near half court to set up the offense. Over to Cooper Cleveland. And to Ginnivan, it's knocked away and stolen. Walden with it. Through the defense, and a whistle and a foul on Jake Beckman, and that'll put Grayson Walden at the line. He will shoot two. Walden 2 for 2 at the foul line, 2 points in the game.
Columbus just hit the double-digit mark in turnovers just a little bit ago on their last possession.
Walden misses the first one. Graham checks in for Cassidy with 35.2 remaining. 53-31, Frontenac by 22. Second one in and out, no good. Ginnivan pulls down the rebound. They'll bring it up, under 30 seconds to play, and Raiders are going to hold it for the final shot of this third quarter. Beckman on the left wing. 18 seconds to play. To Cleveland, over to Ginnivan at the foul line. Turnaround jumper missed. Graham with a rebound, 7 seconds. 5. Over shot out of control, missed it. Ginnivan with it, full court shot at the buzzer, no good, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. It's all Frontenac. They lead by 22, 53-31. We are back in 1 minute. This is Raider basketball on Radio X 103.5.
The true test of a great insurance agency comes when you suffer a loss. It's easy to take your premiums, but Ray Ryan of Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh knows that handling your claim is the most important service an insured needs.
Claim is our chance to let the customer know that we'll be out there, not just that we sold them a policy, we'll also be there when a claim occurs to make sure it gets handled in an honest, respectable way.
Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh, a trusted choice agency. Find them fast in names and numbers.
From scoring the winning touchdown to walking in graduation, life is full of wonderful moments, but the best times can come with financial challenges, like paying for college or a room renovation. This is Brian Sutton, Market President of Commerce Bank in Pittsburgh. At Commerce, we make the harder stuff easy. Whatever your challenge is, we want to listen and help find solutions, so you can focus on the good stuff, like cheering on your favorite team. Check us out at commercebank.com or follow us on Facebook and Twitter for tips on making the most of life. Commerce Bank, challenge accepted.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Frontenac with the basketball to open up the fourth quarter. They lead by 22. Ginnivan, Brown, Pyle, Wilbert, and Watts, the starting five, will start this fourth quarter for the Raiders. Over to Wilbert. Left wing for Ginnivan. Right side for Wilbert. He'll try a guarded three. They'll say his toe was on the line. It's a 2. 14 for Wilbert. A warning issued on Frontenac for touching the ball after the made basket. 7:30 to play here in the fourth quarter. It's all Frontenac, 55-31. They lead. Walden with it. Up top for Graham to Woolover. Back to Walden. 7:12 remaining. Trying to get it into Lawrence. Over to Lagle. Lagle will take it up and lay it in.
Not a whole lot Watts could do about that.
Nope. 7 for Lagle. The lead is 22. As the basket is good at the other end. Wilbert is fouled, and he'll go to the line for an and one. Jake with 16. Puts it up to a 24-point lead for the Raiders. With 6:54 remaining as that foul's on Graham, his first. Wilbert's free throw missed. Rebound tracked down in the corner by Graham. Graham with it in the backcourt. Open three at the other end by Woolover. Missed. Peyton Brown with a rebound. Up the floor to Pyle. Pyle with a right-hand jumper in the lane is up and good. 15 for Pyle. In the corner for Woolover. Hands it off for Lagle. For Walden. Walden trying to dribble it through Hayden Pyle, and they whistle Hayden with a blocking foul.
Frontenac just 4 points away from that running clock rule.
Now they're not going to get there because you mentioned it. Cassidy check back in. They'll inbound it to him in the backcourt. They'll bring it up. 6:15 remaining. Fourth quarter. Cassidy gets the ball screen. Lobs it to Lagle. Lagle shot over Ginnivan. No good, but he's fouled. And that'll put Lagle at the line. He will shoot 2. He's 3 of 3 at the foul line. 7 points in the game for Austin Lagle. Free throw for Lagle is up and good. 8 points for Lagle. 59-34. Frontenac by 25. Second one for Lagle is good. He's got 9. Frontenac will inbound it to Brown. Peyton will walk it up. 59-35. Frontenac by 24. 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Watts dumps it into Pyle. Pyle over to Wilbert. Wilbert cutting to the basket. Missed it. The tip no good. Gets it back again. And then he is held underneath the basket on a foul. It's going to go on Columbus. That's on Lawrence. Third on Lawrence. First team foul. Or first foul on Lawrence. Third team foul on Columbus. Frontenac inbounds it to Ginnivan. Over to Brown. Skips it left wing for Watts. Watts will hold it. 5:40 to play, fourth quarter. Left wing for Wilbert. Inside to Pyle. Back to Wilbert. Over to Ginnivan. Bombs it into Pyle. Nice pass from Brock, and Pyle lays it in. He's got 17. 61-35. 5:20 to play, fourth quarter. It's all Frontenac in this one. Lagle. Over to Cassidy. Cassidy guarded 3. No good. Pyle pulls down the rebound. He'll push it up. Now Wisely pull it out. Swings it right side for Brown. 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Frontenac looking to pick up their 8th win of the season. 2nd win in CNC League play. Ginnivan over to Wilbert. Wilbert stripped on the way up by Lawrence. Tie up on the loose ball. And the alternating possession will go back to Columbus with 4:46 to play. 61-35, ever since Heath mentioned the running clock, Frontenac has gone ice cold from the floor.
And they hit 2 points.
But they've gone ice cold. Turnovers. You never mention that. Cassidy will walk it up, 4:40 to play. Kicks it. Left wing for Cassidy. And to Schallenberger. Schallenberger, free throw line to Lawrence. His jumper's up and good. Lawrence with 8. Baldwin will walk it up, 4:22 to play. Frontenac with the ball and a 24-point lead, 61-37. To Watts. To Baldwin. To Wilbert. He'll penetrate, draw a whistle and a foul. And we'll head to the line to shoot 2. Wilbert at the line, he'll shoot 2. He's got 16 points in the game. Make it, nope, he missed the first one.
Couple of unfriendly bounces off the rim.
Second one for Wilbert is up and good. He split the pair. Wilbert's got 17. Frontenac by 25. We approach 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Lawrence to Cassidy. Right side for Lawrence. Fumbled it out of bounds. And it'll go back to Frontenac. Cooper Cleveland will check in and replace Peyton Brown. .348 to play, fourth quarter. 62-37. Cleveland right side. Over to Pyle. Left wing for Wilbert. Wilbert looking for Pyle, nothing there. Up top for Baldwin, right side for Watts. Watts lobs it in for Baldwin. Lost it on the way up, right into the hands of Schallenberger. Up the floor to Lawrence. Schallenberger powers it up over Pyle. Shot missed. Rebound tipped out by Wilbert. Over to Watts. Watts shot in the lane, no good, but he's fouled. And that'll put Daniel Watts at the line shooting 2 as he is fouled by Sailor Stanley. So Watts knocks the first free throw down. He's got 3. .314 remaining in this fourth quarter.
Second shot's in.
64-37. You know what's going to happen, don't you, Heath?
What's going to happen?
They're going to get to that 30-point mark with about 22 seconds remaining. Baldwin gambled for a steal and a senseless foul there. No reason to stop the clock. No reason to gamble for that steal there as Columbus will head to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Clay Saporito will shoot him. Hasn't scored or attempted a shot. First free throw is up and good. 64-38, 3:04 to play. Frontenac with the lead. Next broadcast will be Friday in Riverton. Final league game of the year. Final game of the year for the boys as Saporito misses the second. Up the floor to Watts. Watts guarded 3 and he hit it. Daniel with 6. 38-67. 67-38. 29 points. Cassidy trying to get open for 3. Some ball screen, open 3, as they're going to wave off the shot. 3 seconds in the lane. Cale Franklin in for Hayden Pyle. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 2:38 to play in this one. Frontenac leads by 29. We are back in 30 seconds.
Having a confident smile can change everything, and Invisalign makes that decision easy because you can have a stunning smile without most people even knowing you're going through treatment. Saya Smile Center is proud to be a premier provider of Invisalign. Your Invisalign treatment will consist of a series of aligners that you switch out every 2 weeks. Each aligner will gradually shift your teeth perfectly into place, giving you the smile you always dreamed of. Call Saya Smile Center today for your no-cost consultation. Saya Smile Center, 4095 Parkview Drive in Frontenac, 620-231-7242.
Back to action with Frontenac Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5 The Evolution.
Mike Snow, Heath Atkins back here. 2:38 to play, fourth quarter. Frontenac with the basketball, leading by 29. Columbus going to pick him up, little full court press, long pass over the top to Watts. Daniel's shot missed. And the rebound's pulled down by Columbus. Up the floor to Walden, spins at the foul line. Gets it to Woolover. 2:20 to play, 67-38. Frontenac going to pick up their 8th win of the season. Walden throws it away, and it'll go back to Frontenac with 2:12 to play. They've already beaten Riverton by 30 in their own tournament. And we'll finish up the regular season down there. The one concern, as we've talked about a couple times, that will be the final game for 2 weeks before Frontenac starts sub-state. Beckman in the lane, shot missed, but he's fouled by Walden with 1:59 to play, and he'll head to the line to shoot 2. And obviously, Heath, you hear coaches talk all the time about you want to be playing your best basketball in March. Well, pretty difficult to do that when you don't have a game in the final 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, it kind of gets you cold. You get accustomed to only playing against guys that you've been playing your whole life.
As he hits it, 68-38. Frontenac will empty the bench. Kyle Kubler, Jake Mangini, Alex Johnson. I was talking about running clock because it's a 30-point lead now. As Beckman hits them both. 4 for Beckman. 69-38. And at the top of the key for Woolover. For Walden. Walden out of control. Scoop shot miss. And McGinney clears the rebound for the Raiders. Over to Kubler. 1:38 to play. 69-38. Beckman to Franklin. Right side for Johnson. Johnson, couple of dribbles. Hands it off for Kubler. Kubler give and go. And he traveled. Kyle was cutting to the basket. I don't think he was expecting a pass. It hit him right in the gut. He had nowhere to go but to travel.
And they have initiated the turbo clock.
69-38 as we approach the final minute. Woolover to the basket. Shot over Mangini is up and good. He's got 7. 69-40. Final minute of this. Beckman playing catch with Kubler. To Franklin. Back to Johnson. Left wing for Jake Beckman. Right side for Kubler. To Franklin. Down on the baseline for Beckman. Over to Johnson. AJ for 3, and he'll hit it. First points of the game for Alex Johnson. 72-40. Final 35 seconds. Walden in the lane. Missed it. Rebound pulled down by Beckman. 28 seconds to play. And Frontenac's going to dribble it out. Frontenac will pull off a sweep here on the road in CNC League play tonight. Girls win by 6. The boys about to polish off a 32-point victory, 72-40. And one of the better games by the Raiders all year. Jake Wilbert with 17. Hayden Pyle with 17 to lead the way. And that will do it, 72-40. Our final score, Frontenac boys win. The girls win 47-41. And that will wrap up our broadcast for Heath Atkins and Sir Anthony back at the KWXD studios. Frontenac gets the sweep tonight on the road at Columbus. Thanks for listening to high school basketball and watching it here on ESPN1007.com. So long, everybody.